Yay!
Yay! We did it! Fuck, I forgot to throw the link in. Oh, no. Discord. Ah, I was so close.
What are you talking about? I see you said right in the chat. All right, I've got all the stoops ready, and here we go.
Ready. It's done. Everything's fine.
Exactly. What? I don't know what you're talking about.
Why do I have 804 fucking notifications of Discord? What is going on?
Oh God.
I don't want to know. I'm just exiting it out. I'm ignoring it. Hello, all peoples and other species. Yay.
That's right.
We did it. We went live. Not on time, but we still did it. So, yay.
On time for us.
That is true. Arwen, everyone wants a slice of Arwen, so she's not here today. So. What can you do? She'll be back next week. So yay! But then Josh is gone. So.
Well, I'll be here. I'm just not exactly sure when I'll get here.
Josh will be here at some unknown time. So. But
especially if it goes long, then I will be here toward the end, definitely. But
next week is a 21-minute video, so
I will probably be here at some point.
Yes, we might be moving the time of the show up too. So not that I don't love this 2 p.m. slot, I do. I just Arwen's very busy with Stoof, so we're being nice. I know.
Nice chaos.
We are so gracious and nice. So, I might be changing that up, but if you follow me on Twitter, I'll probably post it there. Oh, actually, hold on. So apparently, you need 500 subscribers to unlock the community tab that everyone's been talking about, and so YouTube graciously unlocked it for me. So, yay!
Yay!
I haven't done anything with it, but I can post stuff now. So, I forgot I did that. And then I was talking about Twitter. So look for posts from me. Look for Twitter. Just follow me and all this. Just watch and look at all my stuff.
Yep, community tab. This channel hasn't posted yet.
Yeah, I haven't done it yet. I'm probably going to post something really, really amazing for my first post. And totally just not a meme. What?
I'm just bracing myself for when you post on your Twitter, on your YouTube community tab. Just you said it'll be amazing, so I'm excited now.
Definitely won't just be like a meme and something lame like me saying hi. It's just working. It's definitely not what's definitely going to happen. So
No,
I would never ever just get your expectations up, rocket sky high, and I then just let you back down to the tismy level everything else is at. So
no.
Yeah, I know, totally fucking irrelevant topic that we're talking about, but you know what, I don't care about the Eternals. So
I don't care at all.
I really could give a shit less. The only reason I went to go see Black Widow was A, Josh was seeing it, and B, well, I actually at one point gave a shit about that character before, they stopped caring, and thus made me stop caring too. So,
yeah. So my friends that I went to go see Black Widow with, we've seen every Marvel film together.
Yes.
We never even touched base about Shang-Chi or the Eternals. We never even talked about it.
Yeah, I mean, I can't imagine just after Black Widow, it was kind of that was one of your OG peeps.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm talking even in the comics, OG peeps.
Yes, she was.
I just realized, hold on, un momento, I forgot I have my door open and I wanted to, hold on, un momento, I did everything but shut my door, hold on.
Peak professionalism's here. Let's see.
I'm
Dave
here.
Myers.
I just have to talk louder. I'm here. How big do you think my room is? Do you think I'm crossing my apartment to shut my door? Pod Racing Palpatine's finally here. Because there's lightning on the screen, obviously.
Right. Yes.
Yeah.
And now we can begin the show. We were waiting for Pod Racing Palpatine.
Yes, we were waiting for eviltisms to happen on a Pod Racer. We had to wait. It's okay. Yeah.
And Brandon, any luck with your channel getting back at all?
I don't know. I was surprised
any
the
news
first
on
time.
that?
Yeah, I don't. Unfortunately, my dude, I was surprised when they gave it back to you the first time. YouTube is really unforgiving when they fuck up. I don't know why they are, but they're like, nah. Oh, Dave Myers sends a $10. Oh my God, entertain me. We are peak entertainment. I just realized I didn't put myself back on camera. We are the peak, most professional entertainment you will ever see. And I don't have my stream elements login at all.
Solid.
La, 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 la.
But you see, you go on camera and everything's fine. I'm going with a cute, adorable little baby fox, because if I was on camera, we would lose subs.
But aren't you just this fox just grown up?
That's true. This is my baby picture.
Yes, I don't know why you put your baby picture on there, but
Dave
Myers.
This is before I had surgery.
Dave Myers tipped $10. It's too early for coherent comments. I'm a night owl. You know what? It's always too early for coherent comments. So this is obviously why we do deep analysis here.
That's right.
And guys, we have a channel favorite that we are doing at the moment. That we have
favorite, quote unquote.
We did it one time. We died a little bit inside. We've recovered now after a few months of actually it's been like
almost a year.
Yeah,
almost a year. It was the first. Wasn't it the first video we ever did? Like, this thing with.
Maybe you made me watch Star Trek Generations. You fuck.
I know. I'm sorry.
Like the one Star Trek movie I had no intention on watching. Because it was the one where Captain Kirk dies. Spoilers. Nobody cares. But spoilers. But yeah, you actually got taken to see this film as a birthday present. Happy birthday to you. That's actually the most villainous thing. Did Darth Vader take you? I don't know. That might have been a message. My dude. I don't know.
I then burned down the theater.
Yeah, your next time where you fuck is going to be even more painful. Goddamn asshole. Or maybe it was Ray's parents. And that's why he murdered them.
That's why he had them killed.
Took him to see Ghostbusters 2016. Isn't it sad that makes more sense than what actually happened?
It does, yeah.
Yeah. That is very nice. I don't know. I wore this for like a couple hours yesterday, and I wanted to wear it again today. So, I don't have Ghostbusters stuff. I mean, I like Ghostbusters. I just,
I have one shirt that simply has the Ghostbusters logo on it, and that's it.
Yeah, that's like the only thing I have found, really, of Ghostbusters. So, Are we there yet? I don't know. Are we? Where do you mean there? We went live, so if that's what you're asking, then yes, we have actually gotten there. If you mean talking about what we're about to talk about, we're about to jump into the video. It's just everyone was talking about the Eternals, and I could give a fuck less about them.
Yeah.
So, like, I got mad. Endgame really sucked for me.
It did.
The more I thought about it. I liked it. I was actually just kind of in this state of shock when I watched it, because you're sitting there. I went to see it at the 8:30 a.m. showing on that Saturday, because I was the only one that had tickets available still, for obvious reasons. And so, yeah, I was kind of in shell shock. Like, I woke up, got ready, and then went to the fucking movie theater. And just my brain just had to process everything that was occurring. And then after that settled down, after like a week, I started thinking about it. And the more I thought about it, the worse it got.
There were some things. There were a lot of things about Endgame that I did like, but
Yes.
but I agree. Especially Cap. That pisses me off.
Don't get me started on Cap.
That really, really pisses me off.
I'm not giving it to Bucky because Bucky's fighting style makes more sense with the shield than Falcon. Yeah. I love Falcon, but it makes no sense to have a flying hero have a shield. Have you ever seen Hawkman have a shield or Hawkgirl? No. Because they don't need. It's not what.
Too much air
shields
resistance.
Shields are very broad, like air surface.
But wait a minute. But planes are very broad. Have you ever seen them? They're big. So therefore it works. There, you see.
But like, have you ever seen a fighter jet have a shield attached to it randomly? Or do they use like in any kind of sort of like in any sort of sci-fi, like they just have like generally they have like energy kind of shields. They don't have like a round shield because they're all about aerodynamics. I know in space it's different, but like everything they have like is about aerodynamics in the air. And
when you're in space, you can have the ship designed pretty much however you want.
Red Mark, Jesus Christ!
Oh my God!
What a throwback! I haven't seen you around in like 2 years. Holy
seriously,
shit!
Hey, Red Monarch, how you doing, man?
Wow,
a long time since I've seen you.
Now all we need is Basil.
Oh yeah,
and Cammy, and we just need the Trinity. The Trinity. And no, you mean Captain Rogers? No, I don't fucking mean Captain Rogers. Okay, no, we mean Captain America. Sorry,
America. And looks like we have
guys, we did it. We actually have spam now. So hey, what mod wants to nuke it? Nuke it, do it. You can do it. I don't want an 18+ stream. Thank you very much. Nah. I'm very concerned by what the fucking emojis are supposed to mean. It's concerning. Yay, Chris Procha, you did it. Okay, you can't. It doesn't look deleted from StreamYard, so I have to go into my like actual stream in order to see it.
I know.
You did it. You nuked them from orbit. Right. Just moved to Montana. Oh man, buckle down, my man. We did it. My first official porn center. I know. We did it, guys. We've made it big. So.
All right. Now I just need to make sure that I get a YouTube comment saying how much they hate me, and I will consider myself official.
Oh, I need that too. So, yeah.
Because I've already gotten the porn bot on Twitter. Like that happened within like the first couple hours.
Yes, I don't know.
It's like, dear God, really?
That back when I had a Tumblr, I didn't do anything but just like repost. I never posted anything. I just like basically like did the equivalent of retweeting everything. And yeah, I would see, oh, I got a friend request. Oh, that's cool. And I'd look and it was a porn bot, and I was like, oh. And then I'd ignore it, and then they'd block me. I was like, oh, okay. Weird.
Oh, and Chris brings up a good point. Now we know that when you get to 500 subs, that's when you get the porn bots in the algorithm.
We did it, guys.
Yay!
We've set the benchmark. Okay, so we finally did it. I don't care about the Eternals. I know there's a few people still doing it. Like, I'm not surprised Gary and all of them on F&T go and see it. They do a different thing than we do here, but like, I don't want to. I don't know anything about the Eternals in the comic books anyway, so it's like, they haven't interested me in the movie by their marketing. Like, none of their trailers have made me really give a shit. Nothing about them really makes me care. And then I haven't heard really a whole lot of good things. And then on top of that, I just, the MCU kind of fucked me up with WandaVision. That made me mad. because I really, really liked it that first half, and then the second half like pissed me off.
Yeah, I'm
You,
completely on the same level. WandaVision really killed it for me.
yeah,
I don't care anymore.
yeah. We watched Black Widow because you watched Black Widow, and we were like, we don't know what we're going to talk about this week, so let's just do that.
And then we went
And
6.5 hours.
that third act was like half of that stream by itself. I swear to God, it was so bad.
There's so many problems with that movie.
That third act. Anyway, but yeah, it's just like that's why we're not doing it. So the normies are eating that piece of garbage up. I don't know. I don't. Are they? I actually don't. I don't know. I haven't talked to any normies about it. I haven't really talked to anyone about it. I just whenever I bring it up, I'm like, I don't care. And then the usual response is, I don't either. So it's usually that's just the conversation that I have involving the Eternals with people, with my friends. So.
And I do find it funny that Annalena Jolie called out the Middle Eastern countries for banning the Eternals, and then she didn't say shit about China. Also did it.
Yeah. No, because you can't.
Okay.
You can't be anti-Chinese in Hollywood. That's an illegal-ism. So, being held as the next Avengers on Instagram. Well, that tells you everything you need to know about how well this movie's doing when they are being hailed as the next Avengers on Instagram.
The peak of the social media sites.
Yeah, basically Facebook's photo dumping ground. So that's, and for people to post
pictures of like their lasagna.
For people to basically post all these rich kids posting their travel pictures, having fake lifestyles, fake like quotes and shit. Comedy, that's always a fun one. It's just it's Facebook's dumping ground. So I don't know. Thank you. Yay. All right, so we're gonna jump into this. I'm
an old friend.
We had several that we're gonna do, but yeah, there was a few. Well, I just realized last week that we've been covering a full fat video like for the last month and a half by accident.
Basically.
And we didn't realize it until I had already made the stream and was bringing it up that it was another one of his videos because we were going off the titles. So we were like, oh, this is all the same fucking person. So I just wanted to give them a break. Because and we haven't done Renegade Cut in a while. Renegade Cut is...
Oh, you spoiled it. I thought we were saving who this person was.
No, we're gonna say it, and then we're gonna jump in.
Okay.
We have a lot less people than we did like a year ago watching. So yeah, we're doing this guy named Renegade Cut. Now some of y'all are gonna remember him, as Josh and I literally had our brains broken, which is gonna be really fun because I have shenanigans tonight at 9. So yeah.
I'm gonna be on Mary's and Canucks karaoke tonight, so that'll be fun doing that with a melted brain. Yes,
melted brainism. We are excited, and we're also gonna, just, No, I'm not gonna spoil it. I'm not gonna spoil next week's video. It
was going to be today, but then Arwen couldn't join us, so we need to have her here.
Yeah, this was Josh's preferred video.
How sad is that?
Yeah, it was this one or that one, but whatever. I get to do both, so that's fun. And thank you for everyone saying hi in the chat and congratulations. Thank you so much. Yay. All right, so it automatically puts it on audio. But last time I automatically had it on audio, like the tab being on audio, it
didn't share, right?
Yeah, so I'm hoping the bug's been fixed, but I don't know. So we'll just jump into it.
All right, let's go. Right. Let's do this.
I didn't share the tab. I'm a fucking idiot. Everything fine, everything great.
So I also recently found out that Renegade Cut actually used to be part of Channel Awesome.
Why do all of these? They're all a part of it. Like we accidentally find like the worst takes all collectively.
Well, and here's the thing. I used to follow that Channel Awesome a lot back in the day, and I don't remember this guy. I think he joined up after I had stopped and built his audience from that point.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like if you go to his channel, his videos are this weird collection of pop culture and very interesting political takes.
That's one way to put it.
I don't know. I thought it was really funny when he had one of his videos is titled "We Can Do Better Than Joe Biden," and that made me laugh because apparently we couldn't. So, like, I don't know, like just like putting it on like the fact that Joe Biden is our president and now, and the title of that video just made me laugh. Just like, yeah, well, whatever, I guess. Oh. Hello! Hello!
Hey, Mary.
And Mary McCheese, also known as Matt G. Hello, hello. Hi, everyone. All right. Now that I've actually gotten the thing up, we're gonna start this thing. Okay, let me know if you can hear it.
Yep, I can hear it.
Okay. Yay!
Ghostbusters, actually. All the Ghostbusters movies, in fact. The 1984 classic, of course. The underrated sequel, Don't At Me.
I forgot how boring his voice is.
The underrated sequel. I don't know.
I mean, it's not. I don't think it's as bad as its reputation, but
no,
I still wouldn't call it a good movie.
It's nowhere close to the original. So,
but specifically the 2016 Ghostbusters, specifically the extended cut of the
hey,
2016 Ghostbusters.
Oh look, we summoned Globby with triggering. Just stopping by to say hi. The Eternals is secret. No, we just talked about how no one cares about this. No, I haven't seen Drinkers. I've actually watched, and we might accidentally be doing an EFAP one because I definitely remember them. They did EFAP minis of the Ghostbusters 2016 extended edition, and so they might have already covered this video. I was thinking that when I saw this, but oh no, don't worry about it. It's fine.
Kill Ray's parents over and over. Why can't you kill Ray over and over?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, we're just yeah. It's like we just got through talking about how no one gives a shit about the Turtles. So we're talking about Ghostbusters 2016. I love this. I love these faces. They're just like, why are you here? Yeah, that's a good question. Kristen Wiig, why are you here?
That's the thing. She is too good for this movie. She is a talented comedic actress and a good writer.
Hold on a second.
Why is she involved in this piece of crap?
This is a university, yes? That's a Vera Bradley backpack. I know because I've always hated their designs. And I recognize their designs anywhere because for some reason all the other girls of my age loved Vera Bradley and I couldn't fathom why because it just wasn't. I'm more Hot Topic than I am Vera Bradley in that front. So I don't know. I'm judging harshly the Vera Bradley bullshit. So also I'm gonna say it right now. There's no way this woman can keep a plant alive. This character, no way.
No.
I'm calling it. No.
Not that chopped to bits theatrical cut. Paul Feig made a movie that ran over 2 hours, and Sony found that unacceptable. Studios and exhibitors prefer movies to be short so that they can squeeze in as many showings per day as possible.
That is true. I will say that. That is true.
Yes.
Yes.
Because apparently, because they flat out acknowledged they did a lot of ad-libbing for this movie.
Yeah, they tried to do...
Yes, to the point where apparently the scene where they meet Chris Hemsworth's character, apparently there's a 45-minute take of that scene.
All right. There's like a 4-hour cut of this movie, I've heard. Like a 3 or 4 hour one.
And you know what? Part of me kind of wants to go release it.
Yeah, no, I'm
I
1000%
dare
that
you.
person. No, I do it. Please do it. I want
However,
that released.
Sony, to their credit, they were like one of the
Mm.
first film studios to do the ultra woke movie, and they kind of backed off real quick.
Yeah. Can you blame them though?
No. So we'll see with the next Ghostbusters movie that they're doing. I forget what it's called. Afterlife. Yeah.
Mhm.
We'll see. Have they learned their lesson?
Mhm. I would hope so, because I've heard some of the behind the scenes stuff about what the director is going out of his way to do, and like just like the little details of it, like to get the logo, they actually like found the original car and like traced the logo from that, so that they made sure the logo was perfect. Like little details like that gives me hope, because you don't
not
do
just
something like
spray,
that
and
if
not
you
just
care.
not just taking the logo because you saw some guy spray it on graffiti it on the subway.
I mean, I like me some graffiti, like the like really good, like artistic graffiti, like the next person. But
that's how they found the
that wouldn't,
logo for their company
yeah,
in this.
I wouldn't do that.
No.
So, oh my god, so what's up to you, Mark?
Fine,
Oh my
don't say
god,
hi.
we're Pearson. Oh my goodness, this will be a short stream then.
It depends on what the arguments are that he makes.
Oh, hold on. Yeah. Can't argue with that. A lot of ad-libbing, I believe. Oh my god, yes, you're right, and it was a 6-hour cut.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, you're right. It wasn't 3 to 4 hours. It was Oh my god, there's 16 of y'all in here. Well, yeah.
Yay.
16 masochists, including the 2 people on the panel. So there we go.
And
Mexican
maximize
Iron
profits.
Man.
Oh my god, Mexican Iron Man. Hi. It's from the tax bunker. The tax bunker. Is that just like a math classroom, or is it like literally like a World War II bunker, like underground?
Or is it a shelter from taxes?
Speaking as someone who goes to the movies all the time, I have a hard understanding this logic. It presumes that tickets to screenings sell out all the time.
Hold on a second. Hold on. I gotta get this whole logic train.
Yeah, I need to hear this.
Thing.
For movies to be short so that they can squeeze in as many per day as possible
Yes,
and
that's true.
maximize profits.
Uh-huh.
Speaking as someone who goes to the movies all the time, I have a hard time understanding this logic. It presumes that tickets to screenings sell out all the time, and if there is no other screening, moviegoers will turn around and go home. I go to movies on opening night, and the theater is almost never sold out unless it's for Star Wars or a Marvel movie. Any other
I can't really disagree with what he's said so far.
Yeah, I mean, it's yes and no.
But at the same time, there's the potential for more screenings when the movie's shorter.
It's like
it's just a simple. It is a simple fact that if your movie is 2 hours long, you can get in twice as many showings as a 4-hour long movie. You just can.
Yeah, no, that's just mathematics. But it's like the thing is that you also have to balance between, and I understand the full logic of, hey, we need to get as many showings in as possible, but it's also like, okay, but if we have, it's like in a restaurant, right? If you have too many items on the menu, the amount of money like the food costs that you're putting in to get all those ingredients for all those different dishes, so that you think everyone will have a choice, right? So that any customer that walks in is going to be happy, right? Because they're gonna find that one little niche item that like they're the only ones that eat, but you're gonna satisfy them and you're gonna make money off of them, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like your food cost is gonna be very high.
Right, but if you have too many things, then food's gonna spoil.
And also just like it's just going to counteract like what you're doing, so you have too many options,
Right.
and so it ends up not getting like the amount of money it costs to create that thing with all the ingredients and everything might not wield enough profit to like keep that going on.
Right.
Whereas like if you had a 3-hour movie, which without an intermission is kind of hard as it is, especially if you're going for a broad audience, because bathroom, if you're gonna have soda, bathrooms are something you're gonna have to take. You're just gonna have to take a bathroom break eventually. And you got to think, okay, you got to balance it. Like, hey, I might have this menu that is confined, but I sell out. Like, at the end of the day, I have like all those ingredients are gone. Like, I've run out of ingredients because
Right.
I've sold all of this. And so it's like, would you rather have a product like a shorter menu that's more confined and concise, that you will have a lower food cost and maybe not get everyone but get enough people to make the benefit from that? Or do you want a massive like Cheesecake Factory menu where like anyone can walk in and have stuff?
Right.
It's like, I use Cheesecake Factory, not because I don't like it, but because it's. If you've ever sat down to one of their restaurants and looked at their menu, it is like 20 pages.
It's huge.
And it's like
it's
filled
huge.
up. Like it's huge. I have no idea how big
And
they
it's pretty good too.
are. Thank you for subscribing. Yay! We have new subscribers. We have a new follower of the Fez in Chaos. So we did it. We've done it, guys. Okay, I just wanted to make sure I was keeping up with people. For people ad-libbing, couldn't emulate the magic of the... Yeah, no, it was like lightning in a bottle.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, not one character split. Yeah, they like took one character and made it...
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think I saw 2016. Yeah, that was probably your brain blacking out what occurred before you. Like the trauma and shit, so...
Yeah. The thing is, the original... they all had very distinct roles in the Ghostbusters. Egon was the nerd that created everything. He was the brains.
Mm-hmm.
Ray was the passion. Peter was the salesman and gave it the business savvy. And then Winston was just a guy looking for a job.
He is basically like the most normal out of all of them. Like,
yes,
by far. He was basically the audience member, like put into the movie.
Mm-hmm. As long as there's a steady paycheck, I'll believe whatever you want.
Yeah, I don't. You're just gonna give me, yeah.
And the thing is, they didn't treat it like anything super special or anything. They were basically ghost exterminators, and that's how they treated it.
Yes, it wasn't like they had no idea it was going to become this big cult classic.
No,
at all. So,
and also keep in mind, very first time they used the proton packs. Okay, do you remember when they used it in the first one, for the very first time?
That was in the hotel, right?
Yes, but when?
Yes. When in the hotel? Well, you had the dining scene, but I thought you also had when Slimer was attacked. Did he? Was it not Slimer, or was it in the hotel?
That was the first time they did the whole ghost capturing thing.
Yes.
But the first time they ever used the proton pack was on the cleaning cart.
Yes, you're right. And the woman didn't know. Yeah,
what the hell you do?
Yeah, that was just the actress that they got. Like, what? She didn't know it was gonna explode. Yeah, I remember. Yes. Well, they switched it on, but they didn't use it.
Yeah, the first time it was fired was on the cleaning cart. And they were like, oh, sorry. In this movie, we see the whole creation of the proton packs. So it's like they were literally a punchline in the first movie.
Yes. And also, if I remember correctly, I've seen a little bit of this movie. Actually, I've seen enough of it to like to be able
I
to recall
did.
specific scenes.
I did see it. My wife and I red boxed it because we wanted to see how bad it was, and I think combined, we laughed 5 times.
Wow, impressive. Didn't they try out the proton pack like in a street and it almost like wiped out a whole block? If I remember correctly.
Maybe that's in the extended edition. I saw the theatrical cut.
Okay, maybe.
They
But-
were in an alley, and
yes,
she
that's
was
what I
like,
mean,
and she
yeah.
was like writing on it. Melissa McCarthy was
Yeah.
like writing on top of it, basically, and I don't.
Yeah, it was destroying like parts of buildings and like a whole like yeah. It basically like if it had been like a not just a set but just like a normal area, a lot of people would have died because it's supposed to take place in New York. So
Mhm.
oh my god, another person subscribed. Hello. Yeah.
Thunderlips, the ultimate male.
You know what? I appreciate that name.
That's amazing.
That's a superhero I can get behind. I'm 1000% about that. Each one of us is carrying an unlicensed nuclear accelerator. Yeah, 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 exactly. But all right, let's get back to this. I love this stock footage. That's my
Yes.
favorite.
The other movie should probably
Also, like, I'm fine if you want to tie your strings whenever you throw them in the wash so they don't go through your hoodie and get all fucked up. But untie them when you go out in public, please. Don't tie your hoodie strings in a bow like that. I will bill you harshly for that.
Just put them in a little knot so they don't. So the hoodie's at where you want it, but don't put them in a bow. That's just weird.
Yeah.
just be edited to be the best possible version and not the shortest possible version of the movie. The theatrical cut of Ghostbusters is fine. It's fine, but it's clearly missing pieces.
This is him. I feel like this is definitely what he looks like. Don't you? Like the voice matches his face, right? Am I wrong? I feel
Isn't his picture on his YouTube channel?
I don't know. I haven't looked hard enough. Yeah. Yeah, there you go. That's exactly. You're right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not the original line. Listen, you smell that? Jesus. Okay, here we go.
Pieces that the writers and director wanted in. Extended cut, released on Blu-ray and some streaming services, completes the film. Aaron and Abby get
Look, let me move my arms and move around like a weirdo. That's funny, right? It's like the people that on Instagram specifically, but sometimes even on YouTube, who are just like, the louder I am, the funnier I am. Believe it. I promise. Like, I because I'm so loud, I must be funny. No, loud does not equal funny. Okay.
No.
Funny face does not equal funny. Funny movement does not equal funny. It just
No.
automatically. Okay. You actually have to have some content and creativity and talent.
get more character beats and chemistry, particularly the end of that concludes their shared arc about becoming friends again. Kevin gets more screen time, and he's one of the best parts of either cut, so that's a good thing.
Oh,
Is he? Is he?
You mean if he took a giant shit over Chris Hemsworth's career? Like, that's always going to be there.
And the thing that I find frustrating is, I guess what they're trying to say is, see, they have the man in the weak women's receptionist role, like in the first movie. Janine was someone you did not mess with in the first movie.
Yeah, it's like, when did anyone ever watch that movie and was just like, wow, what a weak, pathetic woman? Like, at no point did I ever think that.
I mean, like when she picks up the phone. Yeah, what do you want?
Ghostbusters, what do you want? Yeah, no, it's like, and she just snaps. She's just like, "Rrr." Yeah, she's like, the no nonsense, perfect. Like, bitch, I will cut you attitude, and I love her for it.
Yep.
So, and then when you have a bunch of guys, like the collection of guys that are the Ghostbusters, that's who you need. You need someone like that to be like your,
She kind of keeps them grounded.
Yes, exactly.
And she's not willing to, and she calls them out on their nonsense.
Yeah, you need someone like that. You gotta have a personality like that. It's one of the charming reasons. Like you love them all.
Mhm.
This one, it's like, look, we made man dumb.
Yeah, but
That's
Janine
it.
wasn't.
That's
That's
the
the
whole
thing.
character. Yeah, no, she was intelligent, very intelligent.
Hmm.
But she had this attitude, and I don't know, like they respected her, and
Plus,
didn't.
I know it's not the movies, but if you go off of the real Ghostbusters cartoon show,
Mhm.
which they were at least partially involved in. Oh God, what's it? Dan Aykroyd, admits he even watched the cartoon. Janine went out and actually fought ghosts a few times in the cartoon.
A woman fighting ghosts.
I know.
What the fuck?
I know.
Before 2016, that's never happened.
Oh, I forgot. Women didn't exist until 2016.
No, they didn't exist until Brie Larson. Okay,
That's true.
she's our Lord and Savior as women. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not sure how I got married to my wife in 2015. I'm not sure how that happened, but
I don't know. It's like, if you ever seen Doctor Who, it's like time stopped because something happened
Okay.
that wasn't supposed to, and then
Yes.
like as soon as time got back on track, everything was okay again. But
right. It kind of like the world basically stopped in that moment in time for me. And I was there for like a couple years till women existed. Becky suddenly showed up. We got married, and then time kind of sped up to the present to get all caught up. That makes total sense.
Yeah, exactly. Oh.
The strangely missing dance sequence from the theater cut is restored in the extended cut.
Oh, good. That's what I wanted. I wanted the dance sequence. That's what was truly missing. And the original was a like High School Musical, everyone on set dancing montage. Yeah, that's what I wanted. So
it was actually the non-theatrical cut that actually had one of the few lines that actually made me laugh.
Oh,
because they're all like in that pose, an arm raised, and it looks like they're ready to dance.
Mm-hmm.
And the ladies are walking through that crowd, and Leslie Jones suddenly goes, "What the hell are they doing?" And that made me laugh.
That's actually somewhat funny. Accidental laughter. You love that? Yes.
It's like
yeah.
It's like, okay, that joke actually kind of worked. It's a one little comment, and that's sometimes all you need.
Yeah. That's just how it is. But whatever. What do we know about comedy? We don't know anything about comedy.
Basically, the extended cut is the complete end version of the movie in the same way that the ultimate cut of Batman v Superman is.
You mean the 7 extra minutes that we got that really doesn't do anything? Yeah, that helped.
Yeah.
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 That movie would have been so much better if they would have kept Wonder Woman's involvement in the movie out of it completely until the movie got released. I'm not kidding. Like by
God,
itself.
oh, absolutely.
Yes, if they didn't tell you,
surprise people that Wonder Woman's in it.
Yeah, like don't let it slip. Don't let it get out. Like just like very very few people are, and they do that where they just like, and only the people involved know that it's there. But yeah, no, they very much made it a thing, and I was like, from a marketing perspective, I think that Superman and Batman by themselves should have been able to market that movie. Just the presence of them fighting each other, because that's always been a big thing in the comics. But having a surprise...
It's the two most famous superheroes on Earth.
Yes.
Sharing the screen for the first time.
In live action.
It's right there for you.
Yeah,
you
that
don't
should have been
need to try to sell it. It should sell itself. And they still had to rely on gimmicks because the movie sucked.
Now, if you wanted, just don't get me started on Jesse Eisenberg. If you wanted to have like a single like frame that had Diana in it without her being Wonder Woman, you could have done that, and that would have been the most I would have allowed. Like, you know, when she's looking at Bruce and she's getting into the car, like, I would have had that. Like, okay, fine. Have that, like, one little thing.
And have people
it.
try to speculate, who is that?
Yes, and then don't tell them at all who it is. Because guess what? There's a lot of women in Bruce's life that can fit her description in that.
Yep.
Okay? There's a lot of different women. Like, that could have been your new Selena Kyle.
I mean,
that could have been your new fucking Talia al Ghul. That could have been, like, your new, is it Tana? Like, that, it could have been a lot.
Vicky Vale. Yep.
Like, it could have been a whole lot. And you would not, I probably would have just, because it's just a Bruce and that woman, like, interaction. I probably wouldn't have guessed it was Wonder Woman.
Or it, you don't even need to just say that, you know, someone's in the movie like that. It, for all we know, it's some woman that he picked up for a function or something like that. It's because, I mean, he's a multi-billionaire.
Bruce Wayne?
He can get a date.
No, there's your answer to my question. Yes, I agree. That is the answer to the question and title. Yes, that was a temporal explosion after Ghostbusters 2016. Women's appeared. Oh.
Okay.
But they were telling me Brie Larson was like the first woman ever to exist. So I don't know. I don't know about that.
Yeah, I mean, everyone knows Captain Marvel is the very first female-oriented superhero movie.
I figured it out. So, remember in Batwoman season 1, after the crisis thing, and there was 2 Alices? Because the Earths combined for some unknown reason.
Because they murdered the Crisis on Infinite Earth storyline.
Yeah. So what if you just had like, on one planet, Brie Larson was like the original, and then because no one remembered what happened on Crisis of Infinite Earth, so what if it was Brie Larson was the original, and then like Ghostbusters 2016 was like the original women, so combined.
Completely agree, Red Monarch.
Okay.
World's Finest. That would have been a much better Batman Superman's story with
That's
Joker
my
and Lex.
Personally, yeah, Joker and Lex, Harley, and wow, I just forgot her name. Mercy. There we go.
Mercy.
That was like one of the very first like nerd-related things that I watched in my childhood. So I actually remember having that on VHS.
The complete and finished version of that movie, or how Blade Runner theatrical cut is not even considered the real.
Okay, don't ever put 2016 Ghostbusters and Blade Runner and Batman v Superman all in the same umbrella. That's just rude.
You're getting whiplash.
God, that we're talking like, ugh.
Version.
I'm not even that big of a Blade Runner fan. I thought it was a okay movie. I liked the special effects and everything. I'm not that huge of a fan of it. But I think it's beyond insulting to put it in the same category of Ghostbusters 2016 Extended Edition. I appreciate like how amazing it was, particularly for the time that it came out, and it holds up to this day. The cinematography is amazing, the music is amazing, the acting is phenomenal. Like, I understand that. It's just like, it's like Lord of the Rings, right? Like, I like it, and I could totally sit down and watch it, like, at any point, but it's not one of my absolute favorites, so.
Of the movie anymore. Certainly not the available. If you have only seen the theatrical version of Ghostbusters 2016 and you're basing your opinion of Ghostbusters on that, or you haven't seen either version and you're basing your opinion on Ghostbusters on takedown videos on YouTube, I urge you to watch the extended cut before continuing.
No,
I think it's on Amazon Prime. It's the.
That's okay.
I
didn't like the theatrical version, so why would I like the extended cut?
Just give me no flashbacks.
It's the one that runs 2 hours and 13 minutes, not the one. Oh, wait. Okay, glad we're all caught up. Ghostbusters is good, actually.
That was a joke.
Oh, that was a joke. Did you notice that I didn't even change my like deadpan expression? Nah. It's usually what happens when good jokes are told. So I'm just like, yeah. What is this movie about?
You see what I mean? He has this smugness in his voice.
That's what we hated last time too.
Mm-hmm.
Also, something I also hate. So this font is fine. I don't mind the font. But double space it, because for some reason the spaces in this font are so fucking tiny that it's my eyes, like the spaces between this and like this. Oh, no. Stop. Oh my god, why?
I'm not touching it.
And the white got in again.
Hey, happy dinosaur.
Josh, what happened?
Chaos.
Oh, okay, we're fine. Everything's okay. Everything's fine now. Everything is okay.
You didn't see anything.
Nothing happened. You didn't see it. Anyway, the spaces are annoying. I don't like the spaces. Like how little of a space there is, because there's like, this is the same amount of space between this one and these two words.
Oh, happy dinosaur. I've missed how brutal you can be.
This dude is so smug. He poisoned his cat with his own smut. That's illegal. You can't do that. You can't poison cat. Cat didn't do anything wrong. Good. I like
Ghostbusters begins.
I like this song. That was a good choice. Also, why are you wearing? You see this gray suit? I'm fine with it. I'm fine with this blazer. Fine with like the black tie. This checkered shirt he has underneath. Who put this out for you, sir?
Yeah.
Who did this? That doesn't match the gray. That doesn't. I would have gone with maybe like a dark blue, or maybe like a maroon, or like a green. You know. With the black tie.
Only wear a checkered shirt when you're not wearing a jacket over it.
Yeah.
That's the only time. That's the only time it works. Because otherwise, the pattern is just distracting.
Yay! I think he's talking about us.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my god. You're a fun guy. You have done it, Josh. You're now
I've made it.
Fun guy. You are now a mushroom. Thank you.
Ghostbusters begins with Dr. Aaron Gilbert being given the ball.
Okay, yes. No, look at this. What is this shirt? So the collar is the only checkered thing? Yeah. I need explanations in mid-fashion, like ASAP, okay? Someone please explain what is going on. I don't mind the pocket square. It's a little bland for the gray, I think, personally. I don't mind the black. I would have gone probably with like a subtle design tie, you know?
But I mean, they're clearly out of some sort of formal function, so okay.
Yeah, and so fine, if you want to go pure black, I'm not mad at you for that. This checkered bullshit needs to go away. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
And
I mean, the guy in the background with the tux, it's a little much, but at least it's a nice, sleek design. It's nice, clean.
Like, him, fine. This dude with the fucking sweater vest, I'm cool with that too. Because
wait a minute. Does that guy have a man bun?
I can't tell because of the painting, but I think he does.
Never mind, then he should be shot on sight.
I'm not mad. This is clearly a university function, so he's playing it like this guy knows what he's doing. This guy actually came to the party in the appropriate attire. This guy didn't ever take back his rail tux from prom, so he just had that in his closet. Apparently she went by like, I don't know,
JCPenney.
I don't even know, like her grandmother's closet.
Happy dinosaur. The answer is Paul Feig saved money on costuming by stopping off at the local Goodwill.
You know, I wasn't gonna say it, but you went ahead and said it for me. So yeah. Well, it's like, okay, what is this? What shirt has a different colored collar than the rest of it?
You are roboting.
Am I lying still?
Yeah, a little bit.
No! I said they have a full internet. And can you let me out, robot?
Is it maybe on my end?
I don't know. You sound fine.
Oh,
Chat,
you,
am I robotic? Chat, am I robotic? I require stuff.
that sounded perfectly clear.
Okay, I did it. And I got too loud. I have
But
to
you're
ASMR.
but
I have
your
to
your
A- I have to
your picture is
ASMR.
pixely though.
No, it's clear on my end. Why is it being done? What's frozen? It's frozen emoji. Why is it freezing? It's freezing and everything. Why? This is forgotten. No. And now it's not letting me select things from chat. There it is. I'm sad. Why is it doing that? I didn't do anything.
I can tell you're frowning, but it's all pixelated.
Aww. Great, I'll go off camera to see if that fixes it. Aww. Did that fix everything? Your video and audio are out of sync, and now you're roboting crossing over to the other side. No.
You're now much clearer.
Aww. I can't feel the video. Aww. It was like, you're not allowed. You're better looking than all the women in this movie. You must be a cat now. Aww. You're a new rap star. Aw, I'm so robotic now.
Your audio is now very clear on my end.
Okay. Well, the chat's delayed a little bit, so
Right,
hold on.
I know.
Okay. Aw, I'm big sad. Aw. I might go out and come back in, but then I'd have to redo the whole fucking thingy with the thing, and I don't want to do that. I just realized that there's a white bar. No.
Yep, they're saying clear now.
Okay, I'm gonna put myself back on camera and let's see if it's okay. I'm gonna see if everything is okay now. Okay. Are we okay? Dami arigato, Mrs. Roboto. Yeah, thank you.
The video is also much clearer too now.
Okay. Well, it periodically when you stream, it shows you like your internet for some like my internet. It shows I have all the bars like on my computer, but then on
you have all the internet.
It said I had one bar. I don't know why, and now it says I have two. Demons are punishing you, obviously. Now it's back to one. No. The cat. Thank you. The cat does look better. Yay. I'm big sad. I'm sorry, guys. Am I clear? Am I doing good? I'm moving back and forth.
You still sound fine.
I'm dancing. Are we good? There's another white bar. No. Okay. Everything's back. Okay. All right. I'm gonna hit play.
Okay.
To make a big presentation. She's up for tenure, and her whole life has been leading up to this moment when she is outed as the co-author of a book about ghosts that she wrote when she was young. She finds the co-author, her former best friend, Dr. Abigail Yates, who has never given up on the prospect of busting a ghost, presumably under the hypothesis that...
Can't you sue somebody for publishing a book in your name when you didn't give them authorization for that? Or was it published? Like, did she have it? I don't remember. Was it like, did they publish it when she was young and they were both still friends? And then
I believe I saw the movie once. I don't remember.
So why wouldn't you be upfront about that? Hey, yeah, like when I was young, I published this book about ghosts. I don't believe in that anymore. Like, just FYI, letting you know, Because when they do background checks,
you would think, although this is college and they don't really seem to care about the personnel they hire anymore.
That's just depressing.
Boston will make her feel good. Abby works with Dr. Holtzman, the best character. Aaron...
Is there a
Did
best
he just
character?
call her the best character?
Yeah.
Tries to get
The Egon on Red Bull. Yeah, that's the
Mm.
best character. Yeah, apparently.
No, I'm sorry. As painful as this is to say, Leslie Jones is the best character because she's the one that most acts like a human being.
I can't argue with you on that.
She's the only one that at certain points actually acts a little scared that she's encountering ghosts.
That's funny. God damn, man. Oh shit.
Oh man, I've missed you, Happy Dinosaur.
Yes.
Abby to stop selling the book and agrees to investigate a haunted house as part of this deal. And then a ghost throws up real good all over Aaron. Ghosts are real.
Ghosts are real! Ghosts are real!
Mm. Okay. So, first off, remember how they discovered when they got confirmation that ghosts were real in the first movie? They were reporting to the library because they had the haunting there.
Mm-hmm.
But they didn't really know what they were looking for.
Mm-hmm.
And their instruments told them, okay, this is sign of, they found a little bit of the protoplasm, and that was it. They weren't slimed.
Yeah.
They didn't. Did they actually see the librarian ghost? I know the
Yes.
woman did.
Yes. No. Remember, she.
It's been a while since I've seen the real Ghostbusters too. So
Yeah. Remember, she went like full skeleton. Remember that?
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That gave
That's
me
right, okay.
nightmares when I was a kid because I walked into my parents, watching that movie, and I saw that, and I was just like, bah! I was like 6 or something. I didn't handle it well.
Too much chaos for little Eris.
Yeah, poor little Eris. To
But
be
yeah,
fair,
so
that was a pretty horrifying thing for a 6-year-old to witness.
no, and but the point is, they built up the tension of the ghost.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yes, that's right. The opening scene where we see the librarian, she's putting everything away, she's locking everything up for the night, and you see like the cards, the card little things kind of like getting pulled open and flying out. We don't see anything in there, and it's shot completely straight. There's no jokes or anything in it. It's the ghosts are treated with this. Take this seriously. This is kind of scary.
Mm-hmm.
And then they go and investigate it there, and that's when they see the apparition. The opening scene, there's tons of jokes, and it's not related to the rest of the movie at all.
Yeah. Oh wait, were you trying to get coherent like story writing?
Yeah, they go there and they just know ghosts exist. Well, half of your team already thought that they did.
What?
So it didn't really prove anything.
So you're trying to tell me that I should have movies. If I was to write a movie, things should be kind of brought together, like different cause and effect, different events should be kind of like mean something in the movie. Is that what you're suggesting? Not just a bunch of nonsense thrown up on the screen?
Yes.
That's the patriarchy. We don't do that.
Oh. But it's also one of the big differences between the original and this. These were funny characters,
Mm-hmm.
doing a serious job.
Yes.
This is quote unquote funny characters treating the situation as funny.
Yeah. And it's like if you put this situation out in the real world and you just thought about it, like it's pretty horrific.
Mm-hmm.
The spirits of the dead are coming back to life and terrorizing the living. That's a horrifying idea. And then like there are these people that basically capture
Oh my
them.
god, Happy Dinosaur. He absolutely nailed it.
What? Hold on. For some reason, the tab that has
Okay,
washed together threw itself across the screen. I got it. Okay.
there we go.
1980s Ghostbusters treats ghosts like a threat. God, that hurts my soul that you are so accurate with that.
That's
Oh.
absolutely true.
What?
TikTok famous. Oh my god, you're right.
That hurts how accurate that is. Jesus Christ. Oof. Yeah. That's my soul at the moment. It's just like you're right. Oh, no.
Let's meet Patricia Tolan, an expert on the city, hire a secretary named Kevin, the second best character, and discover that some nerd named
No, it just kind of felt like they took somebody who was very well known at the time for a very masculine role, and stomped on him. Like I would imagine that Chris Hemsworth regrets being in that movie pretty hard. That's just me though. I've seen what he can do when he's given good material
He's a
and
good actor.
allowed to be funny. That's called Thor Ragnarok. And if you compare him as like a comedic character in both of those movies, it's not even close. Like, not even remotely close at all. So he just was not given anything here. And it's sad. It's really sad because I mean, if you were asked to be a part of a Ghostbusters movie, I mean, it would have been hard to say no to that because Ghostbusters is so iconic. But then you get on the set and this is what you got. You're just like, oh, I'm just the dumb secretary guy. Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks. What are all these blank spaces? Oh, I'm supposed to ad lib. Did anyone tell you that I don't really have a whole lot of training in ad libbing? That's not really like. No, you don't care. Oh, nobody on this set has training in that. Oh, okay. You know, that's something you're supposed to be talented or training in. Yes. Oh, you don't care. Oh,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
Okay. Oh.
Yeah. You don't just grab. Just because you're a trained actor does not mean you can improv. It's a very different thing.
Yeah. You can be funny, and by reading off lines on a paper, and you just being like naturally funny and being able to improvise based on things. Like two good examples. There's Loki and Max and Iron Man. They're very, very good at improv. Like extremely naturally talented in that. And like if you contrast their natural ability compared to these, it's like no, like they don't have the natural ability, and they would have to go to like improv school and gain like the ability to do that. But it's like I don't feel like anyone won with this movie. Like it feels like everybody lost, and it's kind of just a stain on everyone's careers at this point. Like yeah.
Or for Melissa McCarthy, just par for the course, in my opinion.
Is this guy gay? I don't know. No. Yeah.
Rowan is trying to destroy the barrier between our world and Ghost World because he's a weirdo and everyone picks on him and girls don't like him. He basically spends all his time on Reddit. The Ghostbusters have a
Yes, and that's also one of the issues. The main villain is basically an incel.
Elliot Rogers. Oh. Oh. What's the difference, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, it's kind of like, okay. So I just love this idea. Like the patriarchy is both weak and this unstoppable and like godlike force that you have to overcome.
Mm-hmm.
But it's also this weak, pathetic thing. You're just like, can you make up your mind? You can't have both. You gotta figure out which one. So.
And Happy Dinosaur again, just nailing it. Yeah, didn't trust the female screenwriter. Remember, Paul Feig is the co-writer of the movie. There was another, I forget the name of her, but there was another woman who he wrote the movie with. She wanted to do a darker take. He was the one that made it such goofy comedy.
Yes, feminist mythology makes no sense. Agreed. Yep.
Mm-hmm. And also, this movie also has what's her name? The female Vankeman in this movie. I'm drawing a complete blank on her name. Oh my god. This is
Kristen Wiig?
Thank
The
you.
one you're talking about? Okay.
Yes.
I was trying to figure it out. I was like, which one is which character?
Thank you. Thank you. Yes, Kristen Wiig. She's basically in essence fills the role of Peter Vankeman.
In the
Loosely.
most broad, like casual terms of that.
I know, very, very loosely. But Kristen Wiig, she has an Academy Award for writing Bridesmaids. Why wasn't she contacted to help write this movie?
Oh, I can't trust a woman to
Because
write something.
she's a good writer.
Gotta let a man do it. It's fine.
Oh
no, yeah, it's fine. Yeah, don't worry about it. Not a good pause for Leslie Jones, I must say.
A series of encounters with him and the ghosts that he's through the barrier. The Ghostbusters win. Who are you gonna call? Aaron and Abby have great chemistry throughout the film.
Where? When? How? What?
Really? I suppose of the actors, they do have the best chemistry, but that's such a low.
Before.
Yeah.
Yes. I mean, they're familiar with each other, and
but so is Melissa McCarthy and Kate McKinnon. Because I mean, Melissa's hosted SNL multiple times. Kate McKinnon and Leslie Jones are on SNL.
I don't
get it.
They are initially antagonistic, slowly becoming closer and renewing their childhood bond, occasionally squabbling, but eventually Aaron jumps into a pit to the ghost world to save Abby, and it's just beautiful.
Yeah, why? Why though? Like, why?
After they literally shot the Ghostbusters logo in the balls. That happened in this movie.
When they were kids? Oh no. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right, 1000%. It's like, I was trying to think of like, okay, I mean, what else is chemistry? There's a lot of things that have chemistry that don't.
Yeah.
The humor is where the movie either makes or breaks senses. If you love rapid-fire jokes on jokes mixed with intentional cringe awkwardness, stirred around with some old-school physical comedy, all of which is safe for the consumption of children, then this is the movie for you, or at least for your children. And if not, you probably hated them.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry, I got very distracted by what the awful I was seeing on the screen, and I did not like hear anything he said.
Oh my god. Okay. I do love old school slapstick comedy. I was raised on Abbott and Costello movies, The Three Stooges, and Laurel and Hardy. I know old school comedy.
Oh my
Don't
goodness.
compare old school comedy to what these assholes do throughout this entire thing.
Yeah.
And rapid fire jokes. When people are talking non-stop, just joke after joke after joke after joke, the jokes that you do tell don't have a chance to breathe. The audience can't laugh because they're getting overwhelmed.
Yeah. It's not, it's like unfunny. It's like it's unfunny, and it's just so much just boom, 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 boom. And it's just, how did it was once, I'm trying to think of how I've heard it being put. It's like there's just so much overwhelmingly stupid happening, like in rapid fire, that your brain can't process it all.
Right.
And it's, yeah, I agree. Like oh yeah, that was actually like
basically, yeah.
Yeah, a good content. Yeah. Oof. Yeah, you're maybe not the best sentence. I wouldn't say this was good. I wouldn't say this was made for children either. I love
it's PG-13.
Technically, I guess 13-year-olds are children, but when I think of in this context of children, I'm thinking like 8. You know, like yeah.
Hated this. I can't convince you that something that make you laugh is actually funny because humor does not work that way. Explaining something does not make you start laughing at it. But I will try to explain why so many other people did enjoy Ghostbusters, and also why you and me, the adults in the room, were not really the target audience anyway.
Oh my god.
It wasn't made for you. It was made for children. It's like,
But it was rated PG-13. So
I mean,
a lot of children weren't allowed to go see it.
I mean, I would even say that as far as like what are we talking about? Like if we're talking about like children, like 10, 11, 12, under that, whatever, under 12 years old, and like I don't know. I don't think there's a few Marvel movies I would say weren't made for children either. A lot of them. So
No.
it's like I don't know. It kind of depends on the maturity level of like where they're at and whatever, but I hate this idea that because it's made for children, it doesn't have to be good.
I detest that argument.
You know?
It's a way of saying you don't have to try.
Yeah, it's like, no, I think you can. I think you can at least try now. Just because it's made for children doesn't mean I'm going to watch it, but that doesn't mean it has to be like really, really really, really like garbage and lazy, you know. But then again, kids are going. It's like food, right? Like you could give an 8-year-old a gourmet meal, and they're not gonna give a shit. If you swapped their gourmet like super like $200 macaroni and cheese with fucking Kraft. Okay, like it's
right.
They don't care because they haven't developed enough to have to really give a shit at that point. I'm getting an aneurysm from this guy. Yep, it's okay. It's fine. It's very normal. Actually, so I haven't heard a worse argument defending the shitty movie. Oh. He did? Like, I get children's content isn't going to be made for me. but this wasn't made for children. There's a lot of shit in this movie that, and I would assume, I haven't seen the extended edition in its entirety, but I would assume it didn't get better with the extended edition.
I can't imagine it would have.
The aesthetic of Ghostbusters is this combination of ethereal and otherworldly mixed with bright, almost neon colors. Many of the ghosts are not fully CG, but instead are actors with visual effects added onto them, much like
That's normal, FYI.
That's very normal nowadays.
That's not a like big. That whatever.
the librarian ghost from the original Ghostbusters, played by Raquel Oliver. The scene with Gertrude Aldrich, played by Bess Rouse.
There's a lot of there was, I can't say a lot of stuff. There was a few things in this movie that I liked, including I liked a lot of like some of the, not a lot. Fuck, I can't say a lot because it's not true. I like the framing of this shot. I like the lighting. I like the contrast of the colors. I like that.
Mm-hmm. But it's also it's also just so overdone. Like,
yes,
if you go back to like if we rewind it just a little bit when you were showing the shot of the ghost from the original movie, there isn't like all this smoke pouring off of the ghost. It doesn't have to be that ethereal. It just has to look unnatural, and that's achieved. It's overboard with this.
Yeah, like if you wanted your final your final boss battle to have this, fine. But like you don't need it. Even though I like the effect and it looks cool, but it just like you didn't. It's not necessary. Like I don't believe every ghost is doing this shit.
But
I don't.
But during the final battle, we see there's like this ethereal like smoke all around them. So yeah, they are apparently.
That doesn't make any sense.
Has a great misdirect where
I'm sorry, you took a breath. Yes.
Also, this is also the ghost that he was talking that the tour guide was talking about at the very beginning of the movie that lasts for about 5 damn minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And he goes over the whole backstory of this ghost and her family. Why doesn't that play into the main plot if you're going to spend so much time on it?
You know, I need
the joke
full backstory on Slimer. Thank you. Just need that.
Yeah.
I said it.
Or even bring it back into context. We didn't get a full backstory on the librarian ghost.
Yeah, it's just a librarian that died.
That's all we needed.
Yeah.
It's haunted. That's it.
Hell, we really didn't get a whole backstory on Zulu either. No, Zoo.
No.
Zulu. Yeah. Zool?
Zool.
Only Zool.
Yes. Zulu is...
It's a time.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on.
Where she glides in peacefully, Abby says she's beautiful, and she suddenly spews ectoplasm all over Aaron. A Ghostbusters tradition.
No. But Slimer was more three-dimensional instead of ethereal. He was more like...
He was eating physical objects.
And that's why he had ectoplasm. But it didn't... Just because slime doesn't mean good. Just...
Yeah. Plus,
the further along
the slime also only came from the one ghost.
Brought to you by Blu-ray. I love seeing brands. I've never seen in a movie advertised Blu-ray before. That's a new one for me. They just have to. It's a very modern day trope, which absolutely blows. It has to be bigger than the original. We have to go bigger. And in some cases, like in Dune, for instance, I liked how big the worms were. The worms being as big as they are in the modern take of Dune. I
still haven't seen it. It's on my list, but I still haven't seen it.
The worms. I like worms better in new movie. I'll put it that way. I like how they look better.
Okay.
It just, I don't know, it's more horrifying. There, like the size comparison. It's like, yeah, because of modern day special effects, you can do more. But like that makes sense for that movie because they drum them up to be so big. Like they have to be big, right? And they just made them bigger, and I'm okay with that. That's not a big deal. In this movie, they were like, we have to go bigger, as in and more. It's like in the Rise of Skywalker, where they had like 1,000 Star Destroyers. You're just like, but why?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, you're right. Eris was merely the victim. I'm
I
a
think
victim now.
I think he meant
I know
Aaron.
he means Aaron. I know. I'm messing with him. Yes. I know. You just. I've caused you to have the more common name Aaron be put on the back burner. Eris.
The film,
That's
the more
chaos
we
theory.
see inhuman
We did
ghosts, monsters, and Slimer.
Okay, brought to you by M&M's, Twinkies, our hostess, American Eagle,
Progressive.
Papa John. Coca-Cola's didn't pay too much. They're back there. That looks like the Geeks and Gamers look, but it's the green M&M.
Wear a mask.
Wears a mask. Save the children. Oh no.
And other various classified vapors. Flow of the film exists even outside scenes with the ghosts, as the movie
Oh nope, Coca-Cola paid more. Coors is back there. Yeah, no, this is too much. And I love me some very dramatic, like contrast. Obviously, I like contrast. Especially with gel lighting and like bright, like against dark. I like that look, and I'm even like.
contains a consistent aesthetic. When the ghosts take on the biggest and baddest ghosts in New York, the transition from real city to CG green screen feels seamless. Maybe the illusion of real and computer generated and the difficulty differentiating between the two explains why some fans remarked that they hated the ghost design in the trailer, dubbing it only CG, not realizing that actual actors were used for the ghost.
Hey, FYI, you can still complain about CG even if actual actors are used.
Yeah, since even by your own admission in this review, the ghosts were actors with CG put on them.
Yeah.
So there's still bad CG in the movie.
Yeah, if like they actually had somebody there, which helps the actress or the actor that is looking at the thing. It helps them actually line up the shot appropriately and makes them actually look at the thing. So I applaud them for actually having people there. Like, well done, you actually did that. But then they didn't follow through with having a high enough budget left for CG or giving the CG artist enough time to actually make it look good, because it doesn't look good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, when something far away looks better than when it's up close and in your face, you have failed. That's not a good thing.
Yeah.
Okay? Like, no. It feels fake as shit. Yeah. It looked like kind of theme park. You're right. It does look like it looks. Okay, have any of you've seen the Haunted Mansion movies? Or the movie with Eddie Murphy?
Yes.
That felt more realistic.
Yeah.
So.
Oh my god, yeah.
And it's giving me that same kind of vibe from what I remember. So this guy would just be given this guy is just giving an edit rant on his words. Yeah, no, it's very word salady. Yes.
Ghosts. But much like in the original, humanizing an antagonist makes for a more personal battle as opposed to just slaying a giant.
Yeah, welcome to how Sigourney Weaver became a sex object for a little while in her career.
Are you forgetting Alien? That was before this.
I know, but I wouldn't consider her an alien as a sex object. This is way more.
Have you seen the tiny panties she wears throughout most of that movie?
Well, I just don't know that are that sexy. I don't know. She looks better here, in my opinion.
I would agree with that. Yes.
So, like, when you compare the two, it's kind of hard to like go back. You know, it's like, but I think she still looked great in Galaxy Quest. Oh no, Sigourney Weaver is gorgeous. I'm just
Yeah.
saying, like, the comparison is, but they made her look like that in this movie, and actually
Mm.
Sigourney Weaver was entirely for it. I don't know if I don't remember who told me this, but there's the scene where she has the chair, and she's being grabbed.
Mhm.
Obviously those are real people's arms that are grabbing her.
Right.
And they had to do multiple takes of that because they didn't want to like grope her, you know?
Right.
And
Mhm.
she literally had to sit down and be like, hey, you need to go really, really, really rough because this is supposed to look like it's supposed to give the vibe and the illusion of that and allude to it in a way.
Mhm.
You can't be getting nice. You can't play nice. You need to actually like grab at me. And feel free, grab wherever, grab whatever. But you need to be like, it needs to be kind of like a rough, violent act because what's what we're trying to show here. So, yes. Oh, God damn it, Happy Dinosaur. Damn it. That's hilarious. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Having these two be the two that get changed is really funny too. But it was
Mhm.
because they were part of the reason why is because they lived in the same building and like
Yep.
the areas of the building that they lived in. So it really was happenstance. A lot of that was just because they happened to be there. So
Mhm.
and like I don't know. That's not whatever. Oops. Okay. I almost flipped my
The
computer
primary
over.
antagonist of Ghostbusters is Rowan, a basement-dwelling shut-in who believes
Great. I believe him. I believe that's an antagonist right there, don't you?
Or as Happy Dinosaur called him, incel Unibot Patton Oswald.
I was trying to figure out who he was talking about, but I guess he was talking about him. Watching dinner cleaning up the town. It's great. Yes, you're right about that. Yeah. Good movies that have good documentaries, I will always support. So
he speaks for the downtrodden. To that end, as to rip a hole in reality, and it's up to the Ghostbusters to stop him. Rowan is the most 2016 antagonist imaginable.
Mm.
he doesn't have orange skin. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, you know he's going there. But yeah, I mean, does the guy also ignore that he actually does get possessed?
No. That's just how he always was.
Oh.
Also, go to a comic book store, my dude. I'm sure there's a chick there for you. Or just
but they were making this movie in 2015 before Whammon existed.
Can't argue with you on that.
Mm-hmm.
But
There you go.
There's always been women that's like nerdy things. I don't know. I know, shocker. Huge fucking.
Give me a quick moment.
Not allowed. Do you want me to hit play? Oh, never mind.
No, yeah, you can go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll be right back.
Okay, do what you need to do. I'm doing it by myself, guys. That's funny. I don't know. I don't like. He's not to me. He's not. Ugh. If y'all ever seen the show You, like having that stalker level, like that would make him more of an antagonist on women, but that'd be like a whole different other movie. I guess I just don't how this is the most 2016 antagonist. Like
I'm back.
I was just talking about how this is like if he was like a stalker and he was stalking them and being creepy like that and like was doing the you thing where like he was like stalking and getting to know them and like really, really like being creepy, like that would make him more of an antagonist. but I don't like
Yeah.
it. I just see him like with this little like trifold of the the whatever D&D game that he's playing, and he's sitting there and he's DMing for his friends. I don't know. Possibly he's the guy over there with Cheetos that for some reason always decides to wear elf ears, even though no one else is dressing up like their character. Like, just like I don't know. It's just he just looks like an everyday dude that you'd find at a comic book store. I don't like he's not threatening to me at all.
No.
And that's just by looking at him. But I don't remember his personality. I guess he is like an incel, but like no.
He is perfect. He is exactly the right modern world. Someone who mistakenly believes he is part of a marginalized group and has an inverted understanding of why he is a loser. Rowan.
Oh my God. Wow. I'm not sure how to respond to that.
I don't know how to respond to that either. I'm trying to think of how to put it, but I don't know how to put it because it's just like an emotion. It's like
okay, so all right. How about this, asshole? If you have been rejected by society, guess what? You are marginalized. Doesn't matter what your sex is, doesn't matter what your skin tone is, anyone can be marginalized.
And he's a white straight male, Josh. They can't be marginalized.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. What did they all? I don't know. I haven't gotten that far in the lore, man. Thank you for attempting to give women's rights to think. Yeah, it's like no, I believe in equality, and by equality, it's accepting that men and women are different, and we both have strengths and weaknesses that complement one another, and we rise together as like with the two genders. Oh, I'm just about to get fucking canceled because I said there was two genders and not 58.
Oh my goodness!
I know.
How dare you state fact?
Oh, God, how dare I know biology? Fuck, kill me now. The whole just I don't know. Natural selection is a thing, and sometimes people are not meant to reproduce. Like, and that's a choice by some people and not a choice by others, and adoption and all that fun stuff. But it's just like, I don't know. I feel like at the end of the day, I have witnessed a lot more hate towards the male gender in my years on this planet than I have the female gender.
Yeah.
And I don't like that. Like, if someone's an asshole, by all means, call them out for being an asshole. But, like, not all of one group are assholes.
Hashtag not all.
So it pisses me. Yeah, I know gay men are very, like, what do you do with that knowledge around gay men? Because they're men that don't even like women. So how do you, as somebody that thinks that, that men are not marginalized, how do you deal with that? It's like, I don't know. It stupid stuff makes me mad because, like, can we just not let?
No, because when you're insane and stupid, you say things like this.
Yeah. And I think I was saying this the other night, but it was just like, what do you do about women who objectify other women? What do you do about lesbians and bi women?
Are you saying that if you are attracted to women, regardless of your own gender, you can objectify someone?
I don't know. I feel like everyone can be objectified at one point or another, and that a lot of initial attraction has to do with the physical attraction you feel for someone. And when you're feeling like physical attraction to someone, you are objectifying them because they tick off boxes in your brain that
Yep.
you may consciously or unconsciously be aware of that attract you to another human being.
Mm-hmm.
So you are, by definition, the
Yeah.
initial unconscious ability. Like, you don't have really any control over what you're attracted to.
Exactly.
So, like, you are objectifying everyone and everything by that.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah, I mean, also, I mean, you can just look at our own country. There are plenty of interracial couples in this country, but a lot of white people tend to date white people, and a lot of black people tend to date black people, not because they're racist, but because
just
that's
have
just their
preferences.
preference.
Yeah, people have preferences.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
I'm like, I'm not gonna list out my preferences. I don't know y'all that well, but it's just kind of like I have my own preferences too. So, you know.
Everybody does.
And how dare I? Oh no, Chris! somebody sign him up on a dating site for YouTube moderators. We're gonna get him, or Canadian YouTube moderators. We're gonna do it, guys. We're gonna do it. We're gonna find Chris his one true love. We gotta do it.
What would you call your dating service for mods?
More than just wrenches.
More than just wrenches.
Yes.
Love the wrench.
Yes.
I'm not sure what you call it.
Wrenchesonly.com.
You want to see my wrenches only page?
Yeah. Like, oh no. Yeah, no, I'm kind of like, I don't know. I don't like it when, like, if I don't like someone, I have a reason for why I don't like someone.
Right.
I don't ever just like not like someone for no reason. If I don't really know someone or I have had no interaction with them, I don't have an opinion because I have no knowledge of anything about them. You just tell me a name and I don't know anything about them. I'm just gonna be like, I don't know what to think of this person because I don't know who the hell that person is. And it's kind of just like, man, if you hate an entire group for no other reason than they are they are a part of an entire group, then you have an issue that needs to be resolved through medication and or some kind of therapy.
Yes.
Whatever that therapy entails for you, provided that it is one that is confined in the legal aspect. Like, if your therapy is murdering those types of people, that is not legal. You're not allowed to do that.
I mean,
that is not.
I mean, that is technically a form of therapy. Yeah, but it's bad.
Yeah, so like some kind of healthy.
Let it be known, this show does not endorse murder.
Yeah, it's like I'm a big believer in self-reflection and exploration and understanding why I do things and why I have preferences and why I don't like. And I don't understand people who don't practice that, because if I don't understand myself, how am I supposed to understand others and analyze other things and get to know the human experience better? And if I get mad over something, I generally want to know why I got mad so I can understand something more about myself. Or just blindly hating someone or something makes no sense to me at all. It's like, no,
I would never ever hate someone that I've never met. Now let's get back to this asshole.
Oh, sorry, we went on a whole fucking let's move on from dating. We got this guy to criticize. Okay. I see Chris is left for the moment. He went off to find that dating website. I get it. It's all right. I understand.
Wrenches and swords.
Cinches and so.
Thinks that people,
That's-
apropos of nothing, treat him like, and that makes him a victim, whereas Rowan simply is a creep and wishes to victimize others.
Souls who see the world as it truly is, as garbage. Garbage that needs to be cleaned up. They're mostly dudes.
Rowan is played by Neil.
What? I didn't understand that whole speech at all. What? Josh, did you get that? I didn't understand.
And was his not wanting, was him seeing the world as garbage inherently wrong? I don't understand what his point is.
It's a bit pessimistic, maybe even nihilistic, but
Sure.
yeah. 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 I don't know. I like my bad guys to have like a menacing presence. Grand Moff Tarkin, Darth Vader. I'm just going through like Star Wars stuff. The Emperor himself, Palpatine. I like menacing like forces for my antagonists. Now, if it's a comedy, it can be different. Like you can have the menacing one, and then like they are put up against like a, I don't know, like a character that they wouldn't normally deal with or consider a hero. Or you can have like a lesser character in it. The asshole guy in the original Ghostbusters, I should say,
Mm-hmm.
way more believable as like a villain, because he was such a, how do I put this, unapologetic asshole.
Mm-hmm.
You could totally believe that he was a villain. He had motivations. It was very clear. But like this guy,
And his motivations were also genuine. Like they came from like a real place. Like if you found out that there was this business that was charging a lot of money to get rid of ghosts, wouldn't you be a little suspicious of it? And then they have nuclear technology?
yeah, that would be weird. Now I can't blame him necessarily for it. How he went about it was very incorrect. But yes,
Right. This man has no dick.
this is a dead plant. I don't know why it's here. Why is this dead plant just here? This is a picture frame with nothing in it. The set design's weird.
No. The
What?
picture frame represents the movie. It's hollow inside.
Empty abyss. Oh. Yeah.
And the dead plant represents the audience's soul.
And the light represents the credits.
Yes.
Casey throughout much of the film, but then he is played by Melissa McCarthy once Abby is possessed, and then by Chris Hemsworth when Kevin is possessed. Hemsworth gets to play 2 roles in the movie, and he shines in both of them.
No, he actually just seemed confused for most of the movie. I don't know. It kind of felt like, why am I doing this? I'm Thor. Why am I doing this? Was this paycheck big enough? It wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
Why am I doing this? It kind of felt like he was just there, lost, confused. Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh,
Also, has to be noted. Okay, so in the first movie, in the only film that should just have Ghostbusters as the title, things keep escalating until they realize, oh my god, there's a portal to hell and we need to seal it, otherwise the whole world's doomed.
Yes, it's escalation.
That's
it's
their
Yeah.
that is their motivation. Yes, they want to save Sigourney Weaver and Rick Moranis.
Who wouldn't want to save them?
Of course.
It's a good goal. Yes.
Yes. But they also Peter says it in a joking way, so she's a dog. But they're not there just to save them. They're there because they need to close this portal. This one, they say it multiple times. Even though, yes, there is a ghost portal in this that they also need to close, they say it repeatedly. We need to save Kevin. Kevin, this dumbass, is what they're trying to save. Why? Because he's a hunky man meat. And that's all they really care about. That is not being a hero.
Not being what? Josh. Did I robot? No.
Did you?
No, you roboted out of your point. You roboted out.
Oh, did I?
I didn't hear the end of your point.
That might have been me then.
Okay. I didn't know.
Am I back?
Yes. Yes, you
Okay.
sound perfectly fine now. I don't know what happened. I thought it was me again.
Okay, I guess that was on my end. So just Kevin is their motivation.
Yeah.
It saving the hunky muscle guy is what the women are trying to save.
Imagine if the genders were reversed.
Exactly my point. They weren't just, we need to save Sigourney Weaver's gorgeous ass. No. It was saving New York. That was their motivation.
Yes. And I mean, Peter, he wanted to save Sigourney Weaver too, but he was the only one that really gave a shit about her. Everyone else was kind of just like, no, I'm just really doing this for the city.
To all the others, she was basically just a client.
Yeah. All right.
Once Rowan possesses Kevin, the real fun begins. The dance-off, the overconfidence.
Yeah, the dance-off. That's what was missing in the original. Was a dance-off.
Rowan mocking the Ghostbusters by transforming into their logo was a nice touch.
No,
but why?
That was stupid.
Why was that a good idea? I don't...
It's a shame there is no sequel forthcoming because the movie will be...
Thank fucking God there is some semblance of hope on this planet, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So...
An encounter with Zool was a great to be continued, but unfortunately will never be continued.
Good. Oh, that was his recap of the film?
Oh, that was the antagonist section.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I don't feel like I learned anything from that.
He didn't really... He didn't explain how the villain was so good, other than just he's an incel and that's perfect for today's...
that's all that matters.
That's all he said.
Yeah, that's all that matters.
Oh.
But you know what? That's it. That's all that matters. It doesn't fucking matter. Nothing else matters, man.
There's one aspect of Ghostbusters that is almost universally agreed upon. It's that Holtzman is the best character. A mad scientist who makes the...
Her? I don't know the names of any of these characters because I don't care. So, her?
No, Kate McKinnon.
Oh. Well, then why are you showing her?
I think because she's the one that invented the proton pack.
I wouldn't... For a character introduction, I wouldn't just show...
proton packs, ghost traps, and various other new toys the Ghostbusters to play with. She's a ball of energy, and she has, by far, the best action scene in the film as she annihilates the ghosts with her proton pistols and whips, and she's just great.
Oh, my...
Okay, so...
Ghostbusters does not work as an action movie. The original was not an action film in the slightest.
It was a comedy. That's what it was. Like, at the end of the day. It was a dark comedy.
I mean, think of when they go rushing into the building and all the crowd is like cheering them on because they're the hope for New York, and they're like they're right by the the crowd, and they're getting all the energy, and then hard cut to them just slowly walking up the stairs. That is as much action as the original movie has. It was a joke because they're out of shape fat guys.
Yeah, that was funny.
It was very funny because it was that nice hard cut comedy shot. Wonderful. Because it's not about, look how awesome we are. We have these proton packs. The action was used as a punchline. The very first time we even see the proton pack, like I mentioned, it's used as a joke. They shot the cleaning cart, and they get chastised by the maid. Like, what the hell you doing? Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. It's
Ghostbusters
like also,
does not need the big, awesome action scene. It needs and that is the last of the petty cash. They need jokes like that. That's what makes Ghostbusters work. They were, when you really boil it down, it's the story of entrepreneurs starting up their own business. That's really if you really boil it down, that's what it is.
Yeah, I mean, Kate kind of felt like they wanted to have a Catwoman, but didn't understand how to write Catwoman other than that she was like blonde and had whips and kind of sexualized a bit. But it was like this weird, why, I don't know, I don't believe this character's a real person. Like, none of it was natural. None of it, like, I didn't understand her character enough other than the quirky, smart one to be able to, like her actions and what she does in the movie isn't, I don't know. I feel like a mentally deranged person might do that. Like if she escaped from like a mental, like Arkham Asylum, maybe. Like, okay, maybe I understand that now, but even then, it's like I don't. You have to somewhat ground your characters, just the smallest amount to make, especially your protagonists, to like get the audience to understand them. If they're so, for lack of a better word, quirky, they just bypass all train of human logic, thought, and reason. They're not really even people. They're just like things. I don't know how else to put it. They had a checklist, and I bet that's why they couldn't decide what these characters were. Yeah, well, that, and they made the Mad Lib like most of the movie too. So, that didn't help.
Speaking of her toys, all the additions to the Ghostbusters arsenal really should be enough to excite diehard ghost heads who have been waiting their whole lives for new stuff for their collections.
Okay, so I'm supposed to be excited about this movie because they gave me more merchandise to buy? Really? That's your logic behind that? But I'd have to like the movie first.
I mean, I would say the best thing that came out of Ghostbusters 2016 was the Ecto Cooler was back on the market.
I liked the music in the trailer, like the redone like music in the trailer. Not the Fall Out Boy cover. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the da 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 da, but it has like kind of remixed a little bit. You know what I'm talking about?
I do.
I liked that, and I like some of the like the colors and the cinematography. I like Art Deco, but I don't. Starting off just like this green with the red, like I like that, but that doesn't really belong in a Ghostbusters movie. I like the circle door. That's cool. Looks like something out of a Bond film, but no, like whatever.
As much as the Ghostbusters are the stars of the movie, it's hard to imagine this film without Kevin. He has given a lot of the best lines and gags, like Kevin asking,
Really, because he could have, for me, you could have probably cut him out and replaced him with anybody. It would have been fine.
Yeah.
So, and he really wasn't a defined enough character, and that's not against Chris Hemsworth. You know, it's just I didn't have anything to
to
work
choose
with.
between 2 headshots of him with a saxophone, the ghost hot dog, Michael Hat. Ghostbusters fans liken him to Janine, the secretary from the original film, but
No idea
Kevin far
why.
more resembles Louis Tully, a bumbling.
You know what? That I actually agree with that.
I
Yeah.
would
Yeah.
I will point Renegade Cut.
Yes, I actually agree with that. Yeah, I haven't even thought of it like that, but yeah, you're right.
But good-natured man who wants to be a Ghostbuster ends up controlled by the antagonist. Kevin tries so hard, except all the times when he doesn't try at all. It's hard not to love him, and he is one of the highlights of the film. Also, he has strong pocket square game.
That might be the most elitist thing ever, but I don't disagree. So I don't know. It's hard after seeing him as Thor to make him a nerd. Mhm. Whatever.
Respect. The common complaints about this movie.
So that was
Oh,
what?
that was it. That was it on
What
the
was
on
even
best
the section?
characters.
Oh,
Best characters.
you know what? He's going faster though. Okay, I'm somewhat proud of him. So
Yes.
this isn't nearly as bad as the Generations one. Mostly because like I cared about the characters in the Generations movie and what they did to them, and this one. But I think it wasn't until the common complaint section of his Generations movie, video that pissed us off. So, all right, okay, are you ready? Are you ready, Josh?
No,
Josh,
but let's
is
go.
that whatever your name is?
Alright, let's get this part over with. I don't like the editing. Once again, this is a reasonable complaint, but only for the theatrical version that does not really exist anymore, except on Hulu.
Except, like, that's probably the only one most people watch, because if they didn't like the theatrical version, they're not going to watch the extended edition.
Or the amount of people who went to go see the film and went, yeah, this is shit, and I'm not going to bother with the Blu-ray release.
That's generally how it is. So,
I think the complete version of the film runs 2 hours and 13 minutes, and if you're basing your dislike of the movie on a different version, I strongly recommend seeking this out.
No.
Why didn't they call it?
I don't have to do that. Just FYI. If I don't like something, I'm not going to watch more of it. So,
Is he going to get to the actual... The plot is stupid. The characters are idiotic and annoying.
yeah, I don't know. Why didn't they call it something besides Ghostbusters?
Because then it would have told... Because because
they couldn't.
Because
off the brand?
Sony wants to basically wanted this version to be the first one people thought of.
Yeah, they were like, oh well, and also they wanted to grift off the brand. That's what they wanted to do too. Like, I don't think this movie would have been nearly as disliked if it didn't have the Ghostbusters name on it. I think that was another point people made, and I don't disagree with that. I agree with that wholeheartedly. And
or it's a very loose sequel. So you said it because it's 30 years later. They mentioned that in the trailer, so people thought it was going to be part of the same universe. Again, the original was basically guys starting up their own business. So set it into somewhere not New York, and
LA. There you go.
LA, Miami, another big Las Vegas. That might have been fun.
Oh, Las Vegas would have been. It would have worked with the style they were going to, which was a lot more neat, a lot more bright stuff. Yeah, Las Vegas would have been fun. Can you imagine the small Statue of Liberty coming to life?
Yeah, and then you have you know, it's the branch there.
Yes.
You know, so that way, new Ghostbusters, what happened in New York happened, but these are different characters, and it's only related in the fact that they have ghosts.
Yeah. And also, the problem with having like a female reboot of an already established male franchise is it's only going to be remembered as this is the female.
This is the
version
girl
of
one.
it, okay?
Yeah. What's Jodie Whittaker called? She's not called the doctor.
Female doctor.
The
She's called the
female doctor.
No one calls her the doctor. Okay, it's either the 13th Doctor or the female Doctor. That is what she is called. And
or franchise killer.
Yeah, that's also one too. But it's like that's the problem with this is, you know, if women want to go see a Ghostbusters movie, there is one out there already for them to go watch. And I don't think putting women on as the main characters and on the cover is going to change their mind whether they're going to see it or not. And if it does, that's an issue all by itself with those women that are only going to go see it because there's women on the cover. And that's not your problem to try to fix.
Also,
like, hey,
and some people have also pointed out, see, you know, oh, they switch the characters, so you have you know, so you have men instead of women, yet the ratio of white people to black people still the same.
That doesn't matter. Not when it comes to women, Josh.
Like, why didn't you cast 3 black women and one black and one white woman?
Yeah.
If you really want to do a complete flip, that would be it.
I'm thinking about the Las Vegas one. So they start a branch in Las Vegas. They're inspired by the original Ghostbusters, and they're just like a bunch of women that, you know.
Or no, not even that. It's a franchise. There's a franchise of Ghostbusters. Ghostbusters has gone corporate basically, and so it's you have a franchise in This is the Las Vegas branch.
Okay, so you set it. So how about this? You set it in a time. Maybe back when like Frank Sinatra was still around or something, you kind of set it back a little bit, maybe? I don't remember. When did Frank Sinatra die? Am I totally missing the mark with my decades?
98, I think, is when Sinatra passed.
When was Ghostbusters released?
The original, 84.
80s. Okay, so you could have done like a 10-year. So it's in 26. It's made in 2015, 2016. But you're throwing it back in the 90s, and then you can have Afterlife as like a true sequel because it went corporate, so you can have it go corporate, and then after the Las Vegas thing, which they do mention, they'll, you know, you could mention it in the Afterlife movie. It's like it went corporate, and then you just ended up shutting it down, right? Because you just like, you know, you lost Egon, and once Egon died, you know, you kind of like. Everything kind of fell apart after that. They're not talking to each other anymore. And, you know, you have these kids that kind of help them revitalize. And it's a passing of the torch movie, right? You could do that, right?
Yeah.
And that way this movie is associated with it. But they tried to, they tried to replace it is what I'm trying to say. They tried to replace the original. And they also, what they did to Bill Murray's character in this was unnecessary on every level.
Well, and Bill Murray did not want to be there.
No, you could tell the entire time. He was, I wouldn't even say half-assing it because I think that's giving it too much credit.
Well, it's more than that because you remember shortly before this movie came out, there was the big Sony email hack.
No, I don't remember that at all. No, I don't remember that at all. What?
Really?
I don't even think I heard about that.
Oh yeah, there was a huge hack of Sony's emails. And some of the emails that got out were basically Paul Feig and the producer of the person of head in charge of Sony Pictures, Amy something, I forget her name. Basically them saying, do what is necessary to get Bill Murray involved, even if we have to threaten legal action.
Yeah. Wow.
Because ultimately he was the main reason the Ghostbusters movies did not continue, because he basically everyone had to say yes for another movie to continue, and he didn't want to do another one, so that's why there was never a third one.
Yeah, he was done. He was like, I want to do new things now, and yeah.
Thank you, Chris.
There you go.
Yes,
Yes.
Amy Pascal.
The
But yeah.
all-knowing Chris Berger. Yes.
So they had the rights to Ghostbusters, but in order to get Bill Murray involved, he had to say yes to something. And they literally basically threatened him with, we will sue you if you don't do a cameo. So he didn't want to be
Wow.
there.
Yeah, I mean, it was.
If
kind
you
of
think
like,
about it, when he goes to the Ghostbusters headquarters, he goes in and just immediately sits down. It's like, I'm not standing up for this movie. That's too much
like,
work.
God damn it! Not being paid enough for this. All right, I'm excited.
Something else besides Ghostbusters. Because 16 and even more today, almost every movie with a big budget is from a pre-existing intellectual property.
That's not a good thing. And that's not a reason or an excuse.
No, I mean, yes, brand recognition is a thing. And if you're going to be continuing in a pre-existing brand, you gotta honor that brand, not just try to reboot it, not just ignore what happened. You need to pay it respect. What makes Ghostbusters is not the flashy lights, it's not the action, it's not the quippy one-liners. It was the characters that we as the audience could relate to, engaged in this story.
Mm-hmm.
And did it help that they were funny and they had great chemistry? Absolutely. At the time, were the special effects pretty damn good? Yes, they were.
Mm-hmm.
For their time, they were really good. But that's not what made the movie the classic that it is. It was well written. It was extremely well crafted. The jokes, most of them land, and it still holds up.
Yeah, no, it's really funny. You sit down and you watch Ghostbusters right now, it is like, it's still good. The effects hold up. Everything holds up.
Yeah,
you know, it's like,
and that's another one of the issues. People knew how to write in a timeless way. Ghostbusters is over 30 years old. Ghostbusters is pushing 40. And it still holds.
You're right.
Yeah, because the first movie came out when I was born. So yay.
Oh no. Josh, no.
So, yeah, it's getting
The
close
horror.
to 40. It'll be 40 in just a few years.
Mm-hmm.
So, and it still holds up to this very day. Have you watched an older episode of Family Guy or something else that does topical humor? It's dated.
I've tried to watch it. I'd say, if I had to go ahead and say what I think peak Family Guy is, it is obviously, I think, the Star Wars parodies, and
those are pretty good.
The one episode they went into permanent 16:9 format with the I think it's a 2-parter episode at the house, and it's like Clue, and they're trying to figure out who done it, who keeps killing people.
I think I stopped watching by that point. That does not sound familiar.
It's very cinematic. Like they go like full like 16:9 format. It's really, really good. Like that's a really good episode. I think those episodes are peak Family Guy. But I mean, Ray Silent sequels, despite dressing them compared to, yeah. Oh my god. Okay, there we go. No, it doesn't work. That's the problem. Yep. Yeah, if you try to watch, like, there's certain jokes that will still be funny, but a lot of it is not as funny. I think if you wanted to look at a topical humor show that has that maintains its sense of humor, and you can go back and rewatch it, South Park would be the one to watch.
South Park did a really good job with that, yeah. Because even though they do a lot of topical humor, they still told it in a different way, basically, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it wasn't cutaway gags.
Mm-hmm.
wasn't exclusively cutaway gags. It was like, yeah, it's a little nod to certain things here and there. I don't know. I just feel like that they did a superior job in that kind of humor and balancing it out well enough that it has rewatchability, which is a huge thing all by itself, is rewatchability.
Yes.
Because that's how it dies. If you can only watch something one time and you've had enough and you don't want to go back, you've failed. Personally, I think Resident Evil 8 has a huge issue with replayability from what I've seen. So it doesn't encourage it. But that's just me. And if you cannot like rewatch something or replay something or feel like you get more out of it than just that one-time watch or one-time playthrough, it's your franchise or like whatever it is that you're doing, your franchise or your game, your movie, your TV show, it will become irrelevant. And when something becomes irrelevant, especially in pop culture, it dies and it very rarely recovers from that. So you also have the dead horse effect, which is what's happening in Star Trek right now. So they have beaten the dead horse to the point that they are smashing bones against the casket and it is into powder. And they're still trying to convince me that it can come back to life. So it's like we are way beyond that point. The Scooby-Doo franchise has there is no more bones. They're just smashing concrete because they went through the casket and just keep going down. So it's just the Resident Evil franchise is still alive. It's undead.
I see what you did there. Okay.
That's the appropriate reaction. Even at its height, that's the appropriate reaction. I enjoy the movies to an extent. I think the last one is awful, hilariously awful, but I like the movies. I've watched a few of the game playthroughs. At the moment, I'm kind of more into Final Fantasy, so that's kind of my vibe at the moment. Anyway, this Ghostbusters 2016 thingy that we were watching and commenting on. Going back to that, we're just...
Studios make fewer movies with bigger budgets, which them even more adverse to risk than before.
So maybe they should focus on making a good movie if they're going to put a bigger budget into it. True. Because then,
that assessment that he just said is correct.
Yes.
That they're not studios are not willing to take as many chances because of how much money these movies cost.
Yeah,
but
that's
it's like
why,
right there. That's one of the problems.
Yeah, Joker is a good example on how you can do a modern day cinematic masterpiece, and it's a risk.
And Warner Brothers still pass the buck off to other people. Here, you finance it, whatever. Oh my God, it made all this money, and we got like a fraction of it.
Yes, because we're an idiot. You think that would have taught them a lesson? It did not.
No.
But it's all right. I don't know.
We'll spend our way out of debt.
Yes, we will. We'll go so far in the negatives, we will become positives again. That is how it works. That's how the current country's budget is going. So anyway.
I wasn't going to say anything, but
we'll spend so much money that they will never come collect it because then the whole world ends financially. It's like, oh.
Studios aren't going to make a big budget comedy about ghosts, not have it be Ghostbusters.
Yes, but that's part of the problem.
I'm sorry, Ghostbusters should not have single-handedly cornered the entire market on ghost comedy. I don't.
I mean, one of Ghostbusters' strengths is the fact that it is so unique.
Yes.
Because,
You
like I
can-
said, the original, the ghosts were treated with
Mhm.
weight.
Yeah.
The comedy came from the fact that these guys basically didn't know what they were doing.
Yeah. I mean, hell, I think they had like 6 weeks until they were supposed to go, and they were still trying to finish filming the movie. 6
Mhm.
weeks till it was supposed to premiere, and they were still trying to finish it, if I remember. I think Loki said that before.
I believe that's the case, yeah.
Yes. And it's just like, you compare that with like The Rise of Skywalker, who had something similar happening, except it was like reshoots. And the end product is night and day, not even close. But
I mean, my God. I mean, when John Williams tweeted like a month before the movie came out that he's finished the score, it's like, oh, what?
You just did what now? He's just like, yes, I'm the 90-year-old man, and they put me under this. It's like, oh god.
It's like, I
John
mean,
Williams.
yes, I mean the composer needs a basically a close to finish film in order to score it,
Yeah, but
properly.
a month out, like
That's the issue. It's like, wait, you were how close? Because like before the release, it should be putting the finishing touches on all the special effects, cleaning everything up. But the cut of the film should basically be done.
yeah, exactly.
So it was basically right up to the wire before it got released that they were still just editing the damn thing.
Yeah.
This is not a Ghostbusters problem. It's just 21st century.
Okay, but that's still a problem.
Yes.
That's not a Ghostbusters problem. That is a 21st century problem. Okay, but it's still a problem. And you praising this movie is encouraging the problem. Stop it. Stop that bullshit. God damn it.
Now hold on. He's gonna. I'm gonna predict what his argument's gonna be. No, not everyone hated it. I loved it, and there's plenty of people I know that loved it. That's a bit gonna be his argument. However, the movie lost money, and if everyone loved the film, then they would have been going ahead with more sequels for this, wouldn't they? Because they had a whole franchise for it planned, and it didn't happen.
Yeah, it's like
If this movie was a success, they would not be doing Afterlife. They'd be continuing with this version.
Agreed. Everyone remember that Ocean's 8 movie? No? It's okay.
Oh, that was the girl one, right?
Yes. See,
okay.
It's the exact same thing. It's like, yeah. It's just like
it took me a second, like, wait, is that the okay? Oh, that's right. Yeah, they did make that one.
That had a phenomenal cast that pissed me off because I liked pretty much every actress in that cast, and they all signed up to do that. I was just like, oh no. But yeah, everyone hated it. I use that hyperbolic statement sometimes.
Yeah, of course there's people who like yeah. And if you like something that most people don't like, that's fine. You're allowed to do that.
I guess I should stop saying...
But people calling the people that did hate the movie as they're just sexists and racists, that's where I draw the line, and that's where I say fuck off.
Yes. I just... Okay, not everyone hated it, but more people didn't like it than liked it. And you can take that as you will.
And that was also the widespread issue, because it was really the first time where you had pretty much all the people involved in the production, the director and several of the actors, and the studio getting in bed with the media, all calling the people who are hating on this film as evil people.
Yeah, that's a problem. Like,
that was really the biggest. That did far more damage to this film than anything else. Yes. They came out saying, if you don't like it, you're sexist. And like, no, I don't like it because it's not funny.
I don't like it because I didn't laugh and it's supposed to be a comedy. That's a problem. Yes. It's like, I just... it wasn't good. If you liked it, fine. Glad somebody did, I guess.
It pleased tens of people.
Yes, it pleased like dozens and dozens of people. It was very good, But when you start saying you disliked it because of this, that I would have no idea whether or not you did, because that wasn't, you've given me no indication of that, right? I have a problem with that. I should be allowed to dislike a movie perfectly fine. Just by I shouldn't be pressured to like a movie because you like a movie.
Also,
Okay?
that first trailer also did them no favors at all.
No, I remember that. I
The whole
remember
like
that.
it's been
Like
30 years since New York.
And hello, Night Breeze.
Hello.
Yeah, 11s of people pissing off. Yeah, they
Yes.
they actively shit on the original in this. They didn't. They used it as like, yeah, well, we're better than you. The fucking Anna Kasparian. We're better than you. I'm just better than you.
Oh my
It's,
God.
oh my God. And it's just no. Go have your own fucking movie. Go have it stand on its own 2 feet without having it, be supported by the original name, okay? By the fact that you're trying to shit on it, you're trying to replace it. Just go have. If we had, what was it? Like a 4 female ghost hunter movie. That alone is not something I have an opinion on. It's like, okay, what happens after that? There's 4 female ghost hunters. Okay. And
That's just your internalized misogyny talking, Eris.
I hate that phrase with a burning passion, because
I know.
anytime I go off narrative, it's because apparently I hate myself. Fuck off. You hate yourself.
every and I find it interesting that every single woman that I've talked to about that hate that phrase.
It's
as well.
because you've gone off narrative. You must be terminated.
You're
We
not
will
allowed to
brand you.
think.
You're not allowed to have independent thought. You are women. It's like, no, I'm not I'm not a member of your Borg cube. Go away. Thank you. We're so progressive. We demanded a man director. Yeah. These actresses were not made for this. It was not an ad-libbed, like, improvised movie. This was not a good script. It was like, you take the Ghostbusters name away, you take away shitting on the characters.
You're just not progressive enough because you don't like the fact that Ghostbusters now has queef jokes. That's where we are now.
I got the queef jokes. Nobody likes queefs. I don't know what this thing is that they all of a sudden, they're funny. Oh my God. It's like, why do you think that's funny? I didn't even like it, like, when South Park did it. I was just like, I mean, it was kind of cringe, but, like, it actually made sense for what they were doing, the Canadian bullshit. You remember that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the female versions, and yeah, and it's just, I don't need women to be on the screen to like it. I've said this a dozen times. I look up to Gordon Ramsay. Guess what? That's a dude. I know. Shocker.
Yeah.
Oh,
you don't look up to Paula Deen?
I look down on her for multiple reasons. So, just, I mean, yeah, some of her recipes are okay, but I think she's a cringe human. Like, I prefer Gordon Ramsay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stick with the angry British man, okay? Than the cringe woman who likes butter too much. I'm just gonna stay with angry
Isn't he
British man.
Scottish?
Gordon Ramsay?
Isn't he
I thought
Scottish?
it was British. He's a person of that, whatever. Where are my UK people to tell me what's happening?
I thought he was Scot. I'm looking it up.
I thought he was a Brit. Yeah. It's basically the female version of a fart joke. That's what a queef joke is. It's like, oh, that's I mean, it's even more cringe because you're doing it just because that's a thing only women can do. But it's like,
Yeah,
I
he was
don't
born
know.
in Scotland. I mean, he's still technically British, but
Okay, I found out something today. I don't know how to take that, guys. We have
Yeah,
a
so
Scottish
yeah.
British man. Kill him. We're not allowed. We can't have that. Yeah, no, I hate the idea that I should care because a woman's on the screen. I don't care. That doesn't get me get my ass in a seat to give a shit about your movie. So try harder. Like, I'm not that easy to please. I'm just not. I don't care. I care about good characters, good cinematography, good plot, something
Oh my
that interests
goodness.
me. I have become very cynical to trailers because I am prone to the trailer hype. And because of that, I've had to become very cynical to them. And like, basically, it's like, I will not go see your movie unless you interest me. I don't care what it's associated with. You know, I don't give a shit. You have to sell me on that. And you can't sell me with your marketing. I'm probably not going to see it, or I'm going to wait till it becomes free. So soon there will be male grief jokes. God, you know what? That's the most depressing thing I've read today.
God.
I'm moving on.
Not
That was
wrong.
depressing. Going back to this.
Everyone hated it. No, it was critically well received.
Oh,
Audience
good. Because I care
The
what
critics
Rotten
liked it. Yeah, he's
The
ignoring
Rotten
the audience
Tomatoes.
score.
Yeah, Rotten Tomatoes means anything to me at the moment. Now, is it funny to look at things on Rotten Tomatoes occasionally? Yeah, but I have, over the course of my life, realized that these numbers do not mean anything in regards to whether I'm going to enjoy a movie or not. I have enjoyed movies that critics have hated. I've enjoyed things that audience have hated. I've enjoyed things that critics love, and I've enjoyed things that audiences love. And guess what? It's vice versa. It does not matter to me. That used to mean something to people, but it has long since stopped meaning anything to people. Like award shows. Award shows mean nothing to anybody anymore.
Yeah.
And if you still think award shows mean something, then I don't know what to tell you. You have been living in a hole.
If you think award shows still mean something, then you work in Hollywood.
Yeah.
No one cares.
No one cares at all. And it sucks that awards are so used as like, oh, well, let's get this person on because they won this award. It's like, I hate that. Like, they don't mean anything, but for some reason, the award itself means something.
Its reaction was split down the middle. One might believe everyone hated it because the complaints are always louder than praise, and the internet.
No, because Wonder Woman, it was what came right off of Batman v Superman, and people did not initially go watch that movie.
Yep.
The praise for that movie was so loud. There was a sweeping increase of people going to the box office after the first weekend because word of mouth said that it was actually a good movie. So, no, that is not correct.
Can form a kind of social bubble and echo chamber opinions among.
Oh, yeah, you don't think Renegade knows anything about echo chambers, do you? You don't think he does? I don't believe for 1 second he knows anything about echo chambers. He wouldn't indulge in that.
No, not a former member of Channel Awesome. He wouldn't know anything about just talking in an echo chamber.
Among like-minded people. Women's won't dignify this.
Oh God. Of course he's bringing up this argument that was largely manufactured.
Of opinions among like-minded people. I will.
Why did you just try to pause it again?
No.
It's a ghost.
I mean, if any movie should be haunted, it's this one.
Screenshotting this. Yes. There we go.
I won't dignify this with a response.
Then why bring it up?
Yeah. It was just the female Ghostbusters, and it blew chunks. So.
And again, it was largely the media that had the issue with it being all women. They're the ones that they manufactured that story. There's not a single person I know that actually criticized the fact that because the movie starred women, it was bad or it was going to be bad.
No, if you would have gotten 4 women that were really talented at ad-libbing, or at least most of them were at, you know, if you're gonna have an ad-lib movie, you need them to be good at ad-libbing. And if you had that, it would have been fine. It would have been much better of a movie.
Mm-hmm.
But like, imagine you have these, none of these women were talented in ad-libbing, and if you're going to have ad-lib scenes, you're going to have several cuts. So think of the hours and hours of cuts that they had of different takes of different scenes. And these were the best, by the way. Just these were this was the highlight reel of those takes. Pinnacle of the takes they had. That's not good.
It bombed at the box office.
Oh, so why did you talk about the women?
It did lose money. I bet he's only going to mention the box. I bet he's only going to mention the box office and not take into account marketing. I guarantee he won't bring up marketing. The general rule of thumb has always been, for a big budget blockbuster, take the budget of the film, double it. That's how much it actually cost to make the movie.
Oh, like Wikipedia. Thank you, Wikipedia. The film grossed $229 million worldwide against its $144 million budget, but because of its combined production, marketing, and other costs, it became a box office bomb with losses of over $70 million.
All right.
Columbia Pictures abandoned plans for a sequel, opting instead to continue the series with Ghostbusters Afterlife.
Okay.
That is
So
word for word.
$70 million loss.
No, again, Wikipedia.
Spin that as that it did not bomb.
Yeah. Also, I might add, I just remembered. Yeah, the room had like 1,900.
Yes.
It cost like $7 million.
That's true. And how we're judging movies.
Oh.
That's true, and that's your response to that? So
why'd you bring it up as a point?
Tomato score good. So that matters. If tomato score was bad, that wouldn't matter. If this made its money back, it wouldn't matter. Or it does matter, but like, because to be fair, and you have to wait a while for this, obviously, but a film can develop like a cult following.
Sure.
If it bombs, like The Room. Again, The Room's a great example of that. But I don't. This is not going to develop a cult following.
No.
Because it's not funny. It's not like so bad it's funny. It's just bad.
Right.
So it's going to be forgotten. And just because you like it doesn't mean that you can't like it. Just because the majority of people don't like it. Majority of people do not like the Saw movies. I love the Saw movies. I love all of them. I haven't seen Spiral yet, so I'm not counting that as a Saw movie. But I love the Saw movies. Are they good? On an objective scale? No. No, they are not. But that doesn't stop me from liking them.
Right.
You know?
Again, I love The Room.
It's
a terrible movie, but I love it. Plan 9 from Outer Space, Troll 2. I've seen lots of the so bad they're great movies.
Huh? I don't know anything.
How we're judging movies now, whether or not they made their money back in theaters.
Are we judging movies by the fucking tomato meter on Rotten Tomatoes?
Really? Yes, movies? We could throw that right back at you there, Renegade.
Yeah, it doesn't work. You have to be consistent. I don't care. I will laugh at Rotten Tomato meters, or just tomato meters in general. but I can't even remember. No, the last time I looked one up was The Rise of Skywalker. And that's because the audience score, no matter how many people had reviewed it, remained at like 85, 86%.
Yep.
Like, it still looks like that to this day. And that fascinated me. I think that was the last time I cared about it. So, 2019? And even then, before, I really didn't care. Maybe a little bit when I was younger. You know, you get like those free movies, and you'd see the tomato meter, and you're like, ooh, that might be a stinker. But then we'd read the plot, and then we'd watch like the trailer, and then we'd make our final decision whether or not we were going to watch it. So that was kind of how I grew up. And I never
or sometimes because like for a while I worked at a movie theater, so I got to see movies for free.
Oh my goodness!
And I remember once it was for I, Frankenstein. That movie's awful.
I remember that.
That movie's absolutely terrible.
I kind of liked the music in the trailer.
Yeah, the movie. I guess the music's all right, but the movie's terrible. And we saw my roommate and I. We saw the Rotten Tomato score, and it was like in the single digits. And we both looked at each other and were like, "We've got to see this."
Yeah,
again,
sometimes that's a motivating thing.
Didn't cost up. Again, I was able to get me, and we were allowed up to 4 people. We could get in for free.
Oh, that's cool. I like that.
It was one of the few perks of that job.
Yeah.
So one night we went down to the movie theater, watched it because it was going to get pulled. Because of course, if the movie's doing that terrible, it's not going to be in theaters very long.
Yes.
We were the only ones in the theater.
Dude.
So we were just making jokes and laughing as loud as possible. Like if there was other people, we would have been respectful, but it was just us.
Yeah, we saw, my best friend and I went and we saw Resident Evil, the final chapter, and there was a dude on his phone in the corner and like an 80-year-old couple in like the front row, and that was it. And it was kind of glorious. And it was like 2 or 3 weekends after it opened. So
wow.
It's like phenomenal.
That is impressive.
Well, to be fair, like it was really like that movie was kind of hilarious. It's really, really bad, but it's still funny. I love the idea of starting the zombie apocalypse because of climate change. That like that's kind of hilarious by itself. I don't know. That was just like, really? That's why you did zombies? You went the zombie route?
Yeah.
Because, by the way, all the shit that everyone, like all that non-biodegradable stuff is just wherever they left it when they became a zombie or died. Like, so I feel like you just polluted the earth a lot more. And like no one's running these factories anymore, so of course everything's gonna get backed up. And I don't know. I feel like that wasn't like you did it for the planet, but I feel like ending the human race on like without warning, without telling anyone, it actually has significantly more negative effects. Because if everyone just dropped dead or just became like overwhelmed with like zombies, I feel like no one's maintaining any of the things that need maintaining, like oil factories, like oil rigs out in the ocean,
right?
The nuclear plants, solar farms, wind, all that kind of stuff. I don't know. The zombies were supposed to clean up after themselves. Oh, I would have actually loved if there was like a bounty commercial in the middle of that movie of them cleaning up after themselves, or like with Clorox, or I don't know. I think that would
no Dawn soap, because that's what they use to clean the ducks.
Yeah, ending the human race because of climate change helps. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like it actually makes it significantly worse because as long as there's a significant amount of people around, you could change things to benefit the environment better.
Mhm.
But by wiping out all of humanity, you are accepting that the status quo is exactly where you're going to be for the rest of the time. So,
Right.
I don't know, zombies are a known pollutant. There's Palpatine. I would a great villain as Palpatine. I trust him. Is that why you went with like clones? Because like you didn't want to pollute people with zombies? I get it. I get it, man.
Well, I mean, the Death Star is pretty eco-friendly.
It is. It is. Little known fact: Palpatine was very, very pro, like very eco-friendly.
Yeah.
He was very green.
The Death Star does not, damage other star systems. So,
Yeah. Team Godzilla. Oh yeah.
Theaters. We're movie fans, not studio execs. That really shouldn't matter to us in terms of whether or not a movie is a quality picture or not.
oh
No, but
my god!
I mean, it doesn't.
When did he mention? He said studio executives.
Oh, it should only the studio executive should matter whether or not a movie makes money or not.
Studio executives are well known to be stupid. They only care about the money. That's
No, it's like,
why they didn't proceed with more of these films, because it lost $70 million.
Yeah, I feel like if you're a fan of this movie, you should care about whether or not it makes its money back. Because if it doesn't make its money back, it's not going to continue on. That's why they never made another like Solo movie. They had several of those planned, and they did not make another one because Solo lost money.
Yep.
And God only knows how much money it lost. Like, I don't even know if we're ever going to know. Like, hundreds of millions, I would imagine. But, like, if
I actually would like to see what the Lord and Miller cut would have been. It's like if it was that bad, part of me's kind of wondering, then maybe they were doing something right, and Kathleen Kennedy stepped in, like, no, we need someone to ruin this to make it better.
Yeah. Oh, it's too good. We must erase it. It's too good. Yeah.
If we do, that means that any film that was not a success in theaters is also bad.
No, I don't believe that.
No.
Like I said, The Room is widely beloved now, and we've read the numbers. It did it really, really awful. It's one of those like, okay, you're omitting a lot of context by why people cared about the money in this movie. For instance, if you're going to shove in our faces that, hey, it's not made for you, don't go watch it, men, and then you lose money as a movie, that's funny. That means that you required men to help you make money in the movie by that logic, because men didn't go see it. So, and not enough women cared to then
supplement.
make you the money. That's funny. That's really funny to me.
Or the Charlie's Angels movie that people completely forget about.
Oh yeah.
When they flat out tell people, men, this movie's not made for you. Hey, why didn't men show up to go see this movie? You can't have it both ways.
That's hilarious to me. I just, I don't. It's, if you're going to be like, before your movie has had time to settle, and you're going to become an arrogant asshole on Twitter, and you're going to insult people, and you're going to like going up to the movie, and then during like the first like few weeks, if you're going to be like that, and then you do not make money to cover your, just to break even, if you do not make enough money of your movie to then break even, that's funny to me. That's really funny. That's like instant karma.
Yes.
You have a negative figure associated with this movie that you were so arrogant about. That's to me really funny. That's like an instant karma. And I love me some instant karma. So, Oh yeah, the Dark Universe. Woo!
Yeah, there's that. People. Like,
I spent half the damn movie setting up sequels.
It's like if that movie had been at least competent in some level,
Mhm.
Star Trek would be in a much better place now. But
Yeah.
because the Dark Universe failed so miserably, he went
Mhm.
right back to Star Trek.
Yep. Which is a very vibrant and lifeful IP.
Yeah, it's not like he's just pandering to the Twitter mob and who won't care about it in 10 years.
Yeah.
Children of Men, The Iron Giant, Mulholland Drive, Shank Redemption, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, and Citizen.
Okay. Did you any of those people did they like have journalists and Twitter people? I know I'm naming because no one Twitter didn't exist during Citizen Kane. But like did they have like the directors and like the people like actors like associated with those movies like go
Well,
and
in the
have
case of Citizen
interviews?
Kane, Orson Welles was also the director.
Well, that yeah, I was just saying that like, did they have the like going and saying, this movie's not made for half the fucking population. Go get fucked. You're not allowed to watch this.
No, for the longest time, the attitude was you needed to be kind of like a carnival barker. Like, come and see what we have over here. Get people
Yeah.
to come see your show.
Yeah.
That was a job in entertainment for a long, long time. The the carnival barker, basically. Exactly. Yes. Orson
Maybe
Welles
that.
insulted his actors and the producers constantly, which is why he had such a turbulent career. He never insulted the audience.
Yeah, I mean, you want people to pay for your money you want people to pay for your movie. So insulting people who have money that are going to try to pay for your movie, maybe you don't insult. Like that doesn't seem like it's a good business tactic.
Plus, I don't care if this is controversial or not. Citizen Kane's overrated.
Oh, I haven't even seen it. I have no idea what it's about. I've just heard things about it.
It's one of those. It's a decent story, and it's brilliantly told. The cinematography is still to this day excellent.
I love making good cinematography.
I mean, there's a brilliant montage going on where we see him getting older, as time's going on, and as he's getting more and more successful in his business, things, he's getting richer and richer and richer. The dinner table that he and his wife are at is getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and it's symbolizing. It's also kind of a symbolic of their marriage crumbling because they're getting further and further apart. That's in the montage. It's not stated, it's not addressed, but it's visually telling you what's going on in this montage. The cinematography is still excellent. It is a long, boring movie.
Oh, The Godfather is actually really good, though. I've seen Godfather.
The Godfather is my all-time favorite movie, Chris.
No, you should definitely watch The Godfather. I don't know anything about Citizen Kane other than like what Josh just said. But no, The Godfather is good. I haven't seen Godfather 3.
Keep it that way.
I've heard that it has the worst makeout scene of all time, and
It
I'm
does.
excited to witness
It
that
is
because
the most awkward thing I've ever seen, and the movie itself is terrible.
Prolonged makeout scenes make me cringe out of my whole body, and so really bad ones should be.
It's not just the scene is shot awkwardly, because it's not handled well. But then also the two actors did not have much chemistry.
Oh, I love that.
And it's also so you have these lovers and they clearly aren't comfortable with each other. And then there's also the added bonus of this is, obviously Francis Ford Coppola directing. His daughter is playing the female lead, so Sofia Coppola.
Oh, yeah.
So that also makes it a little awkward. It's like her dad is behind the camera. It's just, it's uncomfortable on so many levels.
Yeah, it reminds me of two separate movies for different reasons. I've been watching a lot of JonTron lately. It reminds me of Howling 2, Your Sister's a Werewolf, for really awkward makeout scenes. And
oh my god, you're the only other person I know who's seen the Howling movies.
Well, no, I've only seen the second one, and that is because of John Tron. That's the only
Okay.
reason.
The second one is basically a remake of it's a sequel, and it tells the exact same story of the first one.
Poor Christopher Lee. And then I'm trying to find what is the other one? It's
I'm sorry, Pod Racing Palpatine. Yes, Empire Strikes Back is the greatest movie ever made. Then The Godfather.
Okay, I'm trying to find.
Wait a minute. Wouldn't Palpatine want Revenge of the Sith to be the best movie ever made, since that's when he wins?
Yeah, actually. Why isn't Revenge of the Sith your favorite one? Palpatine.
Yeah.
Tell us why. Okay, I'm trying to find this. Why can't I find it?
Oh God, I forgot about that one. Happy Dinosaur. Yeah, Steven Tyler's music in the background of Liv Tyler's love scene with Ben Affleck in that stupid asteroid movie, Armageddon. Yeah, I forgot about that's uncomfortable.
God damn it! I can't remember what it's called. No. God, I am blanking on it at the moment, and I'm mad. I'm really mad because it was. I just watched the video the other day. Fuck. God damn it. Damn it. No, I know the joke is falling away because it's like, oh, damn it.
Rest in peace, joke.
Anyway, the joke basically was it was this Danny Gonzalez video that I was watching, and they had I think it was a Netflix movie. I can't remember exactly, but it basically the love interest they hired brother siblings to be the love, like the actor and actress were siblings, real life siblings, and they were playing love interests in the movie. Yeah.
Oh, that's not right.
Yeah, no, and I was just like, fuck, what is this movie called? And I can't remember what he called it. What the name of the movie was. So I can't remember like what motherfucker. No, I'm mad. No, I'm big sad now. Oh, sad now. Big sad. I will figure out joke. It will be way too late by the time I get to that joke. But yeah, anyway, whatever, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna continue on with this.
Kane, to name a few. Unless we're prepared judging movies based on their receipts, this is probably an argument we should abandon.
Okay. I hope I don't ever watch a future video of yours where like you definitely use that as like a thing that you are arguing for. So
yeah, and I mean, it's not. I will agree that you shouldn't judge a movie just based off its box office returns, because he just put out a list other films that didn't do well upon a release but have gone on to become classics. Yes, that happens. However, when you use official metrics to judge this movie in its benefit, then you can't argue people also using official metrics to throw it back at you then. You can't have it both ways. You want to cite the critic score on Rotten Tomatoes, then people can use the box office returns to judge this movie.
Are you suggesting that people need to be consistent? That's illegal.
Mm-hmm.
It is. It is illegal.
That's true, but at the very least, they're not real life brother and sister.
Yes, this was like real life brother and sister were playing a love interest. I cannot for the life of me remember what the movie was
why?
called.
Why would you cast that? Just why?
Yeah. I can't remember what it was called, and it's bothering me. God damn it. All right, whatever.
But then yeah, bad movies also do make money too. As Happy Dinosaur points out, Transformers 2 made money. Alice in Wonderland by Tim Burton made money.
I vaguely liked that movie, but it was very Tim Burton. I'll put it that way. It was very.
That's fair. I also just I hated the whole underground rebellion against the Queen storyline.
Oh yeah, no, that was cringe.
It's like the whole point of Wonderland is it's not supposed to make sense.
Yeah, no, that was cringe.
Don't give logic to a world that's not supposed to have logic. It's a world of nonsense.
Yep. All right.
30-something fans declare, "These aren't my Ghostbusters," with the same righteous indignation that someone uses.
So the movie lost money, but it was only like 30 people.
Okay. Well, no, he said 30-somethings.
Oh, sorry.
So he's talking about my age group.
Oh, I thought he was talking about the other people.
I grew up with the real Ghostbusters. These people are not my Ghostbusters because they have the vagina. I think that's what his argument's going to be.
Great. I'm looking forward to that. Yay.
He's not my president. To those fans, clear.
Does anyone want to?
No.
We don't want to touch it?
No. He's a moron. He's a smug asshole moron. I don't know.
Oh, no, like, I'm just saying that, like, these aren't my Ghostbusters. I don't know when this video was done. Both sides have done that before.
Yes.
You are indeed correct, though not as in
when your team doesn't win, people get mad.
You believe. This isn't your ghost, theirs. The children and
look, a woman,
the kids who didn't see this.
Yeah, a little girl.
Oh my goodness, it's so precious. She's so cute. Well, let's make the movie PG-13 so they can't go see it.
Little girls have never dressed up in Ghostbusters stuff before 2016.
True.
Never. Has never happened.
Adolescents growing up now. In the 1980s, Ghostbusters were formative for you. They were your heroes. Their humor and...
No, I wouldn't say they were my heroes. What?
No.
Why would they be my...
No, they're not... They're not anyone's heroes. They're in over their heads. That's kind of the joke. That's kind of the joke of the entire movie. These guys are in over their heads. They didn't know what they were capable of or fully understand what they even created.
Yeah.
But no,
sensibilities.
I mean, keep in mind when we first meet Peter Venkman, what's he doing? He's doing a con artist trick because he's trying to get into girls' pants. He's trying to impress them with his psychic abilities.
Yay.
Yeah. That's how we meet Peter, and that tells you what you need to know about his character.
Yeah, he's a bit cringe.
he's kind of cringy, but he's also
funny. But it's okay.
He has that Bill Murray charm, and then
yes.
I mean, in the hands of anyone else, Peter Venkman would not have worked as a character.
No, literally could not have worked it with anybody else.
But because they had Bill Murray who has a natural charm to him. Mm-hmm. People know he's kind of sleazy a little bit, but he's not gonna like outright R-word you or anything. He's not gonna drug you or anything like that. He won't cross that line. It's just he's being a little underhanded in the ways of love, shall we say. But He's also the business savvy one. Because he's
Mhm.
also the one that's able to help them secure the finances. Not very well, since there is the joke about him like Ray's like because he put Ray's parents' house into like a third mortgage.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
hmm
Exactly. All right. Let's finish this up. We got this. Less than 3
Yep.
minutes.
These were relative to the time period. This is true of the 2016 Ghostbusters. That may be part of why you don't like it. It's not really humor for people who grew up in the 80s. It's humor for the children of people who grew up in the 80s.
Oh my god.
The children of the 80s definitely didn't show their kids this fucking movie.
You were born in the mid 90s. Did you find any of the jokes funny?
No. I don't
'Cause-
think I laughed one time. I think I was just. And I mean, I've seen reviews of them, and the reviews of them were funny. Because I didn't have any drive to actually go watch this movie, which is why him telling me that in order to respond to his criticism, I need to watch this movie. It's like, I've seen enough of the movie to understand what's going on in it. I don't think me sitting down and watching the whole movie is going to benefit anything from what he said so far. Like, I'm not going to gain any information.
This family also has 2 boys dressed up in the female girls' Ghostbusters outfits.
Look at
this-
the fucking.
This photo is very cringy.
Yeah, they reproduced 4 times. I'm already concerned. So.
It's not for children who lived under Ronald Reagan. It's for children who were.
What does that have anything
That
to
that
do?
is what?
Were living
For
under
children who are living under Donald Trump. Yes, obviously. Sorry, I just had to lose this logic.
How about this? But here's the thing, like, this movie wasn't made for people who grew up during Ronald Reagan. It's made for people who grew up under Barack Obama. What does that have to do about a movie about people who start a business?
Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah.
Outside of the fact that, well, the economy was better under Reagan, unless you want to go with that route, but I don't understand the argument.
Yeah, I don't either.
Barack Obama. If you grew up in the 80s and 90s Ghostbusters movies and cartoons, then those were your Ghostbusters.
Okay, so
But there were no Ghostbusters before that.
What?
Technically, actually, that's not true. There was the Hanna-Barbera cartoon show with the monkey.
But I mean, I don't understand. Am I not allowed to like things that came before me? I don't understand.
But Ghostbusters is not just for you anymore. It's for them.
Okay, it's for everybody. Anybody who can watch it that's at the appropriate age and maturity level in order to watch and appreciate this movie. It's for them. How about that? I hate this dividing of fandom because we made a new thing, and for some reason, just because we made this new thing, we have to cram it inside a fandom already. It's like, no, we actually don't have to do that.
Do you think that the new Ghostbusters just doesn't have that 80s cynicism about it?
No, I just don't think that a comedy movie should be lacking any amount of comedy. Like, I think a comedy movie should be a comedy. It should make me laugh. It should be funny. And if it is not funny, then you have completely failed as a movie.
Oh my goodness.
I know. What a fucking hot take that is.
And that it's too lighthearted? Well, yeah, because it's for kids. Do you
This PG-13 movie is for kids?
Explain that to me.
I would like that logic to be explained.
Now, you could argue that the Ghostbusters cartoon, the real Ghostbusters, was for kids because that was a Saturday morning cartoon. But the movie was PG-13. This movie, no kids went to go see.
Yeah. Yeah. There's no wit or intelligence. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hmm.
Yes, this is true, and I found it. So hold on.
Nice. What? What are you doing? God damn it, Josh. Interrupting.
Yes. That was a live action TV show called The Ghostbusters. It had a giant
Yikes.
monkey in it.
Big fucking yikes. Okay. Yeah. No.
And then they made it a cartoon show later. I did forget about that it was live action first.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna go with the other one. So,
But
yeah,
that's why the cartoon show had to name the show The Real Ghostbusters, because they didn't have the rights to name the TV show Ghostbusters.
yeah.
You think the new Ghostbusters looks too much like Scooby-Doo? Yeah, it kind
No, I think that's insulting to Scooby Doo. I think the Scooby Doo movie looks better than this movie. So,
Mm-hmm.
I would say the Scooby Doo movie is an insult to Scooby Doo, but
yeah, and I would say that too. So, except for the guy who played Shaggy, that was a hidden gem. That he was born to be Shaggy.
yes, and the fact that he actually literally took over the role doing the voice, Matthew
Yes.
Lillard.
Yes,
He took over the
absolutely.
voice after Casey Kasem died.
Yeah,
I think that's perfect because it's virtually indistinguishable.
Yeah, I've barely seen more perfect casting than that. So I very rarely is that so
Kinda
perfect.
does.
Because I remember when they announced the movie. I remember when they announced the Scooby Doo movie. I remember thinking, for Shaggy, you need to get someone who's like 6'5" and weighs 50 pounds.
Yeah, they did. It's kind of amazing.
And they pretty much found him.
Yeah, no, it was crazy. Yeah. Oh, wait, there we go.
For kids. It's why this movie won Best Picture at the Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Award.
Really,
You know, kids are also stupid.
I'm just like, I don't think things should be bad for kids. But okay, please okay. How are you gonna explain to an 8-year-old girl or boy what a queef is? I'll wait. Please just go ahead and try to tell me, why is there a queef joke in this then?
Besides, Nickelodeon is not what it was.
No. Back when
I remember when Nickelodeon was fun.
Danny Phantom, Very Odd Parents before they had the fucking kid and destroyed the show, and SpongeBob, good classic SpongeBob,
and I go back further than that. I remember when all that was actually just a kid version of Saturday Night Live, and it was pretty funny. They had some funny sketches.
Yeah.
And Family Double Dare was must watch. That was a fun game show.
Good stuff.
Awards because it's a movie for kids. The kids liked it. Now, it's not...
Kids are also morons.
I don't know.
Only a movie for kids. I mean, I liked it too. It had them in
So you're a kid. Oh God, is that his kid? Has he reproduced?
mind more than myself. Sure, the studio wanted everyone's dollar at the box office, including older fans.
No, they actually made that very clear. They very
clearly, the very fact that the trailer teased that there's a connection, and they didn't.
I had to look that up later, by the way, after I saw the movie. And I was just like, oh my God. He said what? He said
Yeah.
what? Like, oh, yeah.
I was curious about their childhood franchise, but this was made and rated for families to take their children and buy the toys and other merchandise.
Then why was the movie rated PG-13 if they're going for kids?
I don't know. Was I the only weird person that had to like wait till I was like 12, 13 to watch PG-13 movies? I
didn't see that many PG-13 rated films when I was, 7.
I mean,
Because maybe I had responsible parents, but I wasn't allowed to go see them.
by like around 13, I think I was very obsessed with the Justice League animated cartoon. So I don't know.
Mhm.
I don't know. I was in middle school. I don't know.
The
Yeah,
original
and
Ghostbusters was crude and adult.
What?
yeah, and Happy Dinosaur. Yeah, no one wanted your shit toys. Yeah, the merchandise didn't sell. That's why it lost $70 million.
Yeah.
But it was also rated PG. It was a hit with children, even if a handful of scenes were not really appropriate for them. Proton packs lined the shelves at Toys R Us in the 80s. Cartoons.
Okay. Yes, the original Ghostbusters was rated PG. Do you know why?
Because
They
PG-13 didn't exist.
Exactly. Raiders of the Lost Ark and movies like Ghostbusters, they're the ones that we really need to have more of a bridge between PG
Yes.
and R.
That is one of the best decisions they've actually ever made, because
It's one of the few things that the Motion Picture Association actually did well. Because the rating system is pretty terrible.
It
has also changed so much in my lifetime.
And
Like,
people have changed too, so it's
but also like Frozen is a PG rated film. Why isn't that a kid? Why is that not a general audience movie?
Yeah, I don't know. I've seen that movie. There's no reason for it to be rated PG. It should be G.
I don't get it. It's like it's like, what does it stand for? Practically G now? I don't. Why is that a G rated? Why is that not a general audience movie? I don't get it.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't understand really what's even happening in this review anymore.
Cartoons were made. Children bought the toys. They wore costumes on Halloween. They memorized the lines from the movie and played make-believe with their friends. And
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. That didn't happen with this movie,
argued
really.
over who got to be Venkman. And now it's their turn. Part of growing up is...
That was one of the cringiest photos I've ever seen of a family.
And now...
He looks happy with himself. She does not look happy to be there. And she's just happy to get candy. So, I don't know.
Oh my god, he put duct tape to say Kevin on it. He's not even playing one of the original Ghostbusters.
Yeah, you're
what a
definitely
loser.
Chris Hemsworth.
It's their turn. Part of growing up, passing what you had to the next generation, and
you know that people in different generations can appreciate the same movie, and you don't have to like redo it.
Why do you think The Wizard of Oz has never been remade by a major motion picture? Because the story's in the public domain. No. But that's not The Wizard of Oz.
I'm messing with you.
I know.
Yes, no.
I know.
And The Wiz is actually a good thing. So anyway, moving on.
Let's not go there.
All right, fine. I liked it, but go ahead. Go on.
It's not as bad as its reputation. I will say that.
Correct. No. It is. It has a really, really bad reputation, but I enjoyed it for what it was. There we go.
I will simply say it. They probably should have gotten actors who can sing, not singers who can sort of act.
You know, I can't argue with that. That's actually, that's really true. Yeah, no, yep.
That would have greatly helped. Anyway, but they've not remade the original Wizard of Oz film. Why? No. Because you can't. It was so perfect.
Yes.
That no one can touch it. It's practically a flawless movie.
Yes.
It's wonderful. It's charming, and it has stood the test of time. That movie is over 80 years old, and people and kids still watch it. They still get scared of the Wicked Witch of the West. They still fall in love with the Scarecrow and the Tin Man and the Cowardly Lion, and they are happy when Dorothy finally goes home. It's a wonderful movie. It still holds up all these years later. When something's a classic, it can't be duplicated.
No. Don't tell Hollywood that. Josh, you can't challenge Hollywood like that. They're gonna hurt you. Don't do it. Josh, don't do it.
Yeah.
Josh, no. You can't. Call him MC Hammer. Can't touch it.
It also helps that the rights are spread around.
Yay!
Because,
complicated rights have benefited this transaction.
Well, I mean, the thing is, in the book, which is public domain, anyone could retell that story if they wanted to. It's not ruby slippers; it's silver slippers. The studio made it ruby slippers, so that is unique to them. So no one else can do the ruby slippers. And that's something that is iconic to Wizard of Oz.
Well. Yeah.
Recognizing that the world is not marketing something you anymore. That does not mean you can't enjoy media for youngsters. That does not.
No. I will still go back and watch the Justice League animated series and the Batman animated series.
Mm-hmm.
Because I like it.
I was in college during the Justice League Unlimited.
So good.
And I watched it. It was mostly pretty good.
So fucking good.
Yeah. Of course, people can watch things that are made for children and still be entertained.
Yeah, Toy Story is hilarious. Come at me.
Yeah, a lot of the early Pixar films were, yes, the target audience is clearly children, but it holds up.
Emperor's New Groove is still one of the funniest movies of all time. Atlantis, The Lost Empire, so good.
I would say half of Emperor's New Groove. I didn't give a shit about David Spade and John Goodman's character. I was all about Yzma and Krunk. They were the ones that made that. They were the ones that made that movie work.
Oh yeah.
I didn't care about that buddy cop thing that they were doing with the Emperor. I didn't care about his story at all.
Team Kronk till the very end. Okay.
Yep.
Yzma can go fuck herself, but Team Kronk until the very end of time. It's so funny. Perfect voice cast, just so good. Atlantis and Lost Empire is beautiful, absolutely stunning.
Mm-hmm.
I
would say, I have said repeatedly, I think Beauty and the Beast is the greatest animated film ever made. The animation is gorgeous. The score is amazing. Mm-hmm. You have a wonderful voice cast that, this is an example of casting actors who can sing. Because Belle,
Emma Watson, whatever the fuck.
No.
I can hear that.
Paige O'Hara had done a lot of Broadway.
Yes.
And you could tell.
Yes,
like her voice is on another level, but she's still an actress first.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So,
shit,
yeah.
I minimized it. No. Okay, we're fine. All right. We got less than a minute. We got this.
All right, let's get this.
Does not mean you can't collect the toys. That does not mean watching media for children is itself childish.
No,
but
it's
there
not.
is a difference between watching media for youngsters and claiming that media as your own.
I didn't
Holding
never
on to
claim it.
Ghostbusters as if it were still mostly yours is insisting on not passing down your toys to your children, either literally if you have your own children or figuratively if you do not. You're right. This is not your Ghostbusters movie, and
yeah. I swear he's gone back and forth more than
pretentious.
I forgot how pretentious he was.
That's okay. It's time to let the children with your toys.
I love the proton pack and the outfit. ghost fighting.
I'm not
I mean,
playing
look
that.
at his picture. Look at his picture.
I'm not playing that because I don't know if he has copyrighted music in there. I'm scared. I don't want it.
Look how pretentious he looks there.
Yeah. Nah. Nah. We did it, Josh. We did it.
He's so boring and full of himself.
Yeah, that didn't change my mind at all. But okay.
Would you
All
say
right.
would you say the Generations video is still the worst thing we've covered?
Yeah, because I actually have fully. I'm my brain's still functioning after this. So
Oh, I wasn't saying this. I was saying in general that
yes,
because
Yes.
this was definitely better than the
Yes.
Generations video.
yes, his Generations video was much worse than this. Yes.
But would you say it's still the worst thing that we've ever covered?
Yes. By that I mean like we were literally melting in our chairs trying to finish it. So yeah.
Was it worse than Black Widow? Because I think that was the most painful thing that we've done for me. Because it was going through every single problem. It melted my brain. I had nothing left by the end of
All right,
that.
I think they might be equal just because, but I don't. Okay, worst movie that we've covered so far is Black Widow.
Yes.
And worst video that we've covered is his Generations. I think that's how you're gonna have to do that.
Okay.
Agreed. Yep. That's the thing.
Uh-huh.
Well, Josh, are you still working on that video series? I haven't done your thumbnail for you.
Yeah. I'm still working on the video series. I literally have the first video waiting to go. I do need to get back to editing the others, and I have been thinking about this for a while, and I've decided I'm going to go ahead and do it. I am going to start reviewing every single episode of Star Trek.
Good luck.
It's gonna take a while. I'm not gonna have like a schedule. They will of every week one will come out or something like that. I will try to be consistent on those releases, but I'm thinking of like doing them kind of like as video essays, basically, and so it's
A video essay crowd on that.
in
Josh,
essence, yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah. So I'm hoping one will be done relatively soon. I haven't. I actually still. I need to actually rewatch the first episode and like put down actually take notes.
You would absolutely never ever just sit down and watch them all because that would be like research or something, and that's illegal.
I know.
So.
I know. I'm thinking of what I'm gonna do to separate myself from other people who review Star Trek episodes. I'm gonna be doing them in chronological order. So I'm actually gonna start with Enterprise.
I like that. You gonna do Discovery afterwards?
I am not touching those.
You said every single episode of Star Trek. You can't do that.
Exactly. Every episode of Star Trek. I don't know what Alex Kurtzman does, but it's not Star Trek. So
Okay,
yes,
fine.
every real Star Trek episode I will be covering, including the animated series from the 70s.
Yes.
Because I want more Kirk, Spock, and McCoy where I forget the one episode, but there was the one where Spock says to McCoy, there's like a lake they're like right next to a
The
lake.
giant water planet. Yes, I remember that
But
one.
no. This is a different one. But they were like
Oh,
right
okay.
next. They were like right next to a lake,
Mhm.
and McCoy says, "Oh, the water looks crystal clear." And Spock says, "Hold on, let me scan it." And then before Spock even pulls out his tricorder, McCoy goes, "The water tastes fine." It's like,
Well,
really?
Fuck you and your science. I'm tasting it. God damn it. You can't stop me from tasting this. I love that. That's
I
so
love it.
funny.
I love the animated series so much.
Is that
And
it? Oh,
also, later tonight, I will be on Rambling Canucks karaoke stream. And trust me when I say you don't want to miss this.
oh my god.
I have something very special planned.
I might have to miss it because of my
And
schedule.
I know you're busy.
It's sad. Big sad.
I'll tell you what I have planned after we go off air.
I will be asking for clips. Chris, I believe your superpower of Chris. Yeah, your superpower of Chris. I meant clips, but fuck it, whatever. Your
Superpower of Chris Persia, that works.
Yes, your superpower of being the man known as Chris Persia. Use it for your. Use it.
I didn't say anything, Chris Persia. I don't know what you're talking about, although you
about
might
me?
be on the right track.
Damn it, I'm missing that. I am my own superpower.
I'm not saying what I'm doing, but I am going to say Chris is on the right track.
Nice. I'm excited. This is very exciting stuff. Clip it. Gotta clip it. So, and then your usual Monday stuff.
I don't know if Mary's streaming on Monday because she's got the charity marathon on Tuesday, the 24 hours charity stream, which I will be on at some point. I'm not sure when though.
Okay, all right, sounds good. Anything else?
For me, no. And again, I will be here next week. I'm just not exactly sure when I'll be able to get here. Because I'm working on Saturday, and it's one of those work till question mark.
I love that. Absolutely love that.
And I get to help manage volunteers, which is always fun.
Yay.
Because it's like, all right, 16 people, we can get this done real quick. Oh, they don't know what they're doing.
Yes, excellent. Let's see. I got shenanigans tonight on Mary Mayhem's channel at 9. And then Wednesday, Beta Menace is back. Took a break last week. And
I was wondering what happened. Okay.
Schedules got complicated. I'll put it that way. And so that's gonna be on OG Star Wars' channel at 4 p.m. CST. And then Arwen's gonna be back next week. And we might I haven't decided if we're gonna move it up or not. We might move it up to 12.
We should probably talk to Arwen about it too.
Yes, but we got to talk about it before we do that. So you know what? Just be here between 11 and 2.
Just have Eris's channel on YouTube on at all times.
Yes, 24/7. Just watch all of my things and just have it just going.
Yes.
So, I think that's all I got. I don't know if I got everything. I don't think I got anything else.
There's no anime stream on Lorena's channel.
Oh no, we did that last week.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's right.
We do
that's
it.
Right.
Yeah, we do it like once a month. So,
yeah.
And so yeah, I think that's it. Yeah. But thank y'all for being here and hanging out and the subscribe, super chat, and all that stuff. And I still have my Happy Halloween ending. I'm doing it because I'm tired of seeing Christmas things this early. So you know what? I'm taking it back. But yeah.
You need a Thanksgiving closing.
Just a ferocious turkey. That's just what we'll do. Anyway, thank y'all for coming and being here and watching and liking and subscribing and all that fun stuff. I will see y'all if y'all want to, go watch Josh's thingy. Also, come watch my thingy. Just have 2 tabs open.
Yeah.
Just listen to us at the same time and try to figure out what's going on. It's gonna be fun.
Exactly. Yes.
So anyway, bye everyone.
Bye, everyone.
Oh, what? I clicked that. Everything's
Solid.
Bye.